It's about that time. What in the world, Bo? It's your boy Big Low Country. I hope everybody out there is doing good today. For everybody, as I said today, I had to catch myself. I don't normally go live this early, but we had to sit down and chop it up and see what was going on, man. First of all, for everybody who's checking us out after the show, make sure that you put a what in the world, Bo, in the comments. If this is your first time watching, make sure that you hit that like button, share the channel with your friends and family, and hit that subscribe button so you can catch us again in the future. Ben Quavius, I think the name fits. Terry Fontaine Goat, Terry F Baby. Please say the baby. The F is for Falcons. Terry's out here cooking, Bo. He's out here cooking. Look at the flip of the wrist, Bo. What in the world? Some big things going on in the ATL, Bo. Look, I told y'all. I told them they ain't want to hurt me. I said, look, I'm going to tell y'all. NFC South is going to be ours for years to come. What do we do? First thing in the morning, Terry Fontenot said, hey, Patriots, y'all take this first round pick. Y'all can have it. We good with it. Y'all just let us get Jonnu Smith. We'll pay him $10 million a year. Jonnu Smith? $10 million a year. He had a $17 cap number. Then we come back like, oh, yeah, David Onyemata. Let's go ahead and pair him with Grady Jarrett. Ryan Nielsen. He coached that young man up. Let's let him keep him coaching him up. What in the world? Then Chris Lindstrom gets broke off, $105 million deal. I'm sitting here like, well, goodness gracious, what else is going to happen, Bo? Jessie Bates. Jessie Bates signs with the team. 4-year deal. Everybody say he was the top safety prospect out here. Yes, that Jessie Bates, Bo. What in the world? I'm going to tell y'all something. There's some good things cooking out here in Atlanta. Some good things cooking out here in Atlanta, man. First of all, let me show love to everybody showing love to me. Antoine Wartime said, let's go Falcons. Great moves today. Yes, great moves today. Nate Bill says, y'all got the best free agents. Hey, man, we trying to do good, man. Antoine Wartime says, I would give this grade A. Before we even got to it, Day Red Sports. What's going on, fam? J Miles in here. Much love to you. Much love to you. Definitely. Leo. Man, what's going on, Leo? It's been a minute, Bo. Hope you're doing good today, my family. Dex said, my head spinning, Bo. Retro G's in here. Let's go, Bo. What's going on, man? Yes. The Atlanta Falcons. Look at the flick of the wrist, Bo. They doing it big in here. Pax Paint. What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you? So first of all, let's sit down and talk. Like I said, whenever we first start the show off, I said I told everybody, but they didn't want to hurt me. Make sure that you come back on Wednesday night because we're doing the NFC South roundtable. We got to talk with them Panthers fans. We got to talk with them Saints fans. We got to talk with them Buccaneers fans and, see what everybody's thinking, how free agency is unfolding so far. Panthers, they're wandering aimlessly around the different barbecue joints in North Kakalaki because they feel like they got their new quarterback of the future, trying to relive that old thing with Cam. Saints, they're going to try to make David Carr. They're trying to make Derek Carr the next Drew Brees. We're going to see. I was just on the phone with Big Q. Shouts out to Big Q. Great say think tank. Much love to him. That's my brother. He didn't know nothing about the David Onyemata pickup, and he was very surprised. So that's how y'all doing it now, Lo. That's how y'all doing it. What's going on, Chris Rogers? Much love to you, man. Much love to you. So y'all know, Tim might say you stealing. So y'all know that I don't necessarily like to talk about the draft too much because we don't know how the team is shaping out, right? We don't know if we're going into the draft. I don't like to talk about draft before free agency because I don't like to say, hey, this is what we need to focus on in the draft. Well, we could legit fix that problem in free agency. Plug and play moves in free agency, right? So moving forward, I think this is really shaping out to show us what we're going to do in the draft now that we made some of these big moves. Free agency just started. Well, it hasn't even started yet. We're just at the tampering period, right? So now we look at it, we still see that there are some positions of need, and y'all make sure to let me know in the comments what y'all think. Right tackle, Caleb McGarry, he's gone. McGlinchey, whenever he got that big deal, Shouts out to Coach Alberto, Coach Smitty, Uncle Steve, in our group chat. They were saying that kind of priced us out on Caleb McGarry. So now makes you think, do the Falcons need to just go ahead and get Paris Johnson in the NFL draft with that 8th pick? Makes you wonder, right? Another thing, middle linebacker. I know a lot of people had issues with the Michael Walker last year. You know, you wasn't picking the right gaps. He was looking like he was scared sometimes. Retro G, he said, Big Low finna get naked. Hey, bro, I'm finna tell you something. Like, I need to, let me unzip this thing, bro. I need to let this thing breathe a little bit. Cole on the sticks. What's going on, bro? Hope you're doing good, my family. That's my bro, Cole on the sticks. Make sure that you check him out, man. Playoffs on the way. You already know it, man. Dre in here. True statement. Big Low. What in the world, Bo Terrier, baby, going crazy? Make the whole club go crazy. You already know it, man. You already know it. Malcolm Brooks is in here. He says, these are the kinds of smart, impactful deals we needed. Love the moves and looking forward. Dang it, it feels good to have. Man, it feels good, don't it? You know, we've been broke for so long, bro. You know, we can only thing we can do is look at everybody else and see what they could do and just be like, man, boy, it sure would be nice if, you know, we could go ahead and, you know, make a good pickup to help our team get, but we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. Tony Wright, so what's popping, Big Low? How was you and Julio's professional business meetings in LA last? What are you talking about, Tony Wright? You know good and well, you Julio's homeboy. I don't know where. Oh man, D-Rob, he says, how you think the division shaking out? Hours in the free agency. I feel like we're taking, you put this day in infamy right here. 3/13, 2023. This is the day that the Atlanta Falcons took over the NFC South. Coach Ronda don't like for me to do it or say it, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. This is the day. We took it over today, Bo. Jessie Bates, he's the best safety, best free agent safety out there. Some will venture to say the best safety in the league. So, I mean, look, go ahead and book it. It's stamped. Go ahead and write it down. Look, if you're excited about free agency the same way I am, and you need a way to express it, you can't give me a high five right now. You can express it by hitting that like button. That's how you can express it. Let's get it. GA's in here with the first Superman chat of the night. He says, hey, man, we hitting grand slams, coach. Let's go. I appreciate that, Bo. You know, since that's more than that $9.99, that's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. You already know what time it is, man. You already know. But yeah, I feel like on this day, 3/13/2023, the Atlanta Falcons single-handedly took advantage of a weak NFC South, and they're finna go ahead and ride this thing on out, Bo. I'm sorry. Look, Saints fan, Rose City, I'm sorry that you in here to witness the celebration, but you can always come on board. You know, you don't got to stay with the Saints. Look, a lot of people saying Halo, you know, the Saints fans that I know that are part of the coaching staff, they say, hey, Lo, we don't like that. You just can't come and steal our players away from us. I said, we ain't stealing nobody. They decided to come here. We ain't take them. They asked to come here. We paid them and they wanted to come. How can you steal them? If I steal them, I say, hey, you got to come. They coming willingly. We ain't making nobody do nothing they don't want to do. Oh man. Iron Mike says, Falcons on the move in Jesus' name. J D says, this is the day right here, Bo. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, this is the day. What's going on, Tay Bro? Tay Bro says, great start. Trinity Clark's in here. Definitely. Much love to you, Trinity. Also, Daniel Gonzalez said, Bucks all day. Hey, man. What's up? Make sure that you're back on Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We're doing the NFC South Roundtable. I'm going to have James Canada in here, you know, former Tampa Bay Bucks player, Big Q from the Great Saint Think Tanks in here. And also Pound for Pound podcast, Rashad and Dave. They're going to be in here. And, you know, we're going to talk about this NFC South, and we're going to talk about how the Falcons are just going to be running things for years to come, you know, for the next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years, bro. That's what we're going to be talking about. Uncle Steve says, my brother, in 2 hours, we become the most talented Falcons team since the end of 2017. Don't sleep on the hire of Coach Nielsen to possibly coach up some of the young guns to a higher level. Look, see, now you talking that talk. That's what I'm talking about, Bo. You talking that talk. I tell everybody this. I was telling Twisted Torch this a little bit earlier. The biggest move that the Falcons made so far is not re-signing Chris Lindstrom to a $105 million deal. It's not signing David Onyemata. It's not even signing Jessie Bates, right? It's signing Keith Smith. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. The biggest move that the Atlanta Falcons made so far, the biggest move that they made was messing around and getting Ryan Nielsen from the Saints. And the reason why I say that is because you got you a defensive coach who, in every situation he's been in, he was successful. I'm going to tell you something. This Atlanta Falcons defense hasn't been successful. So that's the biggest difference right there. Then he's bringing over some of his players, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you something. You think it's just going to end with David Onyemata? You think it's just going to end with him being the guy, the only guy that's coming from the Saints? Davenport's still out there. Now, if we necessarily want him, I don't know, because they said he be sometime. You know, they say he's like your cousin that, you know, one day he see you at the Dollar General, he'll talk to you. Another day, you know, he'll see you. He don't want to say nothing. Like he embarrassed to see you or something. You know, y'all got that cousin. I can't be the only one. But the thing is that this is the move. Coach Ronan, yeah. What's going on? Nothing. What you thinking about these moves that the Atlanta Falcons made today?
I think it made a really. I don't have a mic on. I don't know if they can hear me.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
I think you made a good point, though, saying that Ryan Nielsen's going to start bringing some of his people over here. That only makes sense. That's what everybody does. Every coach brings their favorite players. So I wonder who else was his favorite over there on the defense.
Hey, that's the thing, Coach. But the fact of the matter is that we have to remember is that so first of all, the first thing this morning I went to Coach Ronnie's office because you know both of us work from home, right? I said, "Dang, Coach Ronnie, the Falcons are making moves." She said, "Oh my goodness, what happened?" I said, "Falcons made a trade." She said, "What? They made a trade on free agency day?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Who they get?" I said, "They got Jonnu Smith." She said, "Oh man, what?" I said, "What's wrong with Jonnu Smith?" She's like, "I'm getting tired of Tennessee Titan players." I'm like, "Well, shoot, I take them. I don't see no problem." But just like you said, Coach Ronnie, you know, with coaches, they like players in one situation. If they go to another situation, they want to give them an opportunity, right? So moving forward, you know, there's other guys on that Tennessee Titans team that they might want, you know, like a Taylor Lewan, who's a free agent, the center, you know, he was a free agent there. So look, that's definitely something that we need to consider. Also, Coach Ronan, she told me to make sure, and I'm pretty sure y'all might have seen on Twitter that, you know, old coach was looking at getting one of them new Hummers. So look.
No.
Huh? What?
Go ahead, finish saying what you saying.
So look, if y'all don't want Coach Ronan to beat me up because he found out that I'm trying to get the new Hummer, if you don't want Coach Ronan to beat me up, make sure that you hit that like button. I'll definitely and greatly appreciate it. Let's get it. He says, "Hey, Coach, you gotta keep the S out of the equation, brother. It's the ain'ts." It will always be the ain'ts. My bad, Bo. My bad. Jarvis in here. He says, "I feel like we gotta do now is sign a defensive end and another wide receiver, and we're good for free agency." And that's the thing. So the question is, what defensive end do you get? You know, we made these moves. The defense has been transformed to a certain extent, you know, but what moves do you make moving forward? Tyler Russell's in here. What's going on, Bo? What's going on? Hope you're doing good. Iron Mike with the Superman chat. He says, "Is we finna build them trenches in the draft?"
Man. If I hear Falcons fans say
trenches
please do it so everybody can stop talking about it.
The trenches. That's what we need to do. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, Bo. Much love to you. But that's a good question. Is we going to build them trenches in the draft? Chris is in here. What's going on, Coach Christie? He says, "Hey, what I miss, Coach Christie? It's going down like there's a whale in the boat, Coach Christie. The Falcons have made some moves today. Terry F. Look, some people are starting to call him Terry Goat. No, some people call him Terry F. Baby. You know, that's what I've been calling him for a minute. I've been calling. You see, I got my shirt unzipped. You know, because it's hot in here." And it's like 40, 50 degrees outside. I'm burning up. I'm burning up, burning up. I'm burning up. I don't know. But yeah, the Falcons made some huge moves. They traded for Jonnu Smith, 7th-round pick, messed around and re-signed Chris Lindstrom today. $105 million deal. Highest paid guard in the league. He deserves it. I think he was the highest rated player on Pro Football Focus out of all the players, not just offensive linemen, out of all the players. You got David Onyemata. He's going to demand double teams. So if you put him and Grady Jarrett beside each other, everybody's saying get Grady some help. That's the help for him right there. Then, you know, you re-sign Keith Smith. I know it's not a sexy, big splash move, but that running game was successful last year. He understands it. Bring him back so he could be that lead blocker, you know, for Tyler Algier and, you know, whatever other running backs that you get, including the Cordero Patterson. Then the big splash move, you know, all the water came out of the pool whenever we messed around and signed that young Thundercat, 26-year-old Thundercat and Jessie Bates. What's going on, Coach Ronald? What you over there laughing at, baby?
Terry Fontenot is trending on Twitter right now.
Uh-oh.
And it's all good things.
What they say about Terry?
They have the give, of course, the Toy Story give, hold up, let them cook. Yeah. Then they got Stringer Bell from The Wire talking about, I want you to put the word out. We back up.
I want you to put the word out. I want you to put the word out. We back up. We back in business. Matty Go says, no Lamar, sorry, we build it. No injury-prone quarterbacks. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. I was talking to Coach Padre a little bit earlier, and I was like, Coach Padre, you understand because we made all these moves. Coach Pepper says, Falcons, you got anything else? It's fun. But I was telling Coach Padre, I said, look, we made all these moves, and think about this. It's one of those situations where if you would have gotten on Lamar Jackson, you could have made some of these moves, but you wouldn't have been able to make all of them and still be as excited about the draft because you're making all these moves and you're still going to be able to get a top 10 talent in the draft. That's crazy, right? You know, so, you know, that's, you know, those are definitely things that we got to consider. Definitely things that we got to consider. Tyler Russell says, why do we need more tight ends? Arthur Smith loved tight ends. If he could, he would put 7 tight ends on the line of scrimmage. Everybody else line up in the backfield. He'll be like, you pick your poison. Oh, man. Oh, man. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Pax Pate says, leftovers. Y'all broke. What you talking about? Oh, talking about the Saints fan. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Pepper Johnson says Ben Jones, the center, is still out there. Yes. Yes, Ben Jones is still out there. Former Georgia boy, you know, thrived under that Arthur Smith system. You know, Tennessee Titan coach on there. I know, but he was one of the better centers in the league. And that's a field that's a hole that we have. Go ahead.
So I didn't realize that we didn't actually give up a trade for Jonnu Smith. We gave up a 7th-round pick, but they got them when they made a trade to Buffalo. So that was an extra pick. We just get so
we did.
That was a great deal.
That was a great deal. I think it was the later one.
The later 7th-round pick.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Terry, boy.
Woo!
Terry.
I like that.
Terry D-Rod says he's a little concerned about this offense. I'm like, oh yeah. Well, look, we haven't even gotten into free agency. So, you know, just think about it. You know, this is just the tampering day where, you know, people can make outside deals, but there's still moves that can be made where we can shore up that offensive line. And, Just like Coach mentioned earlier with the super chat, you could build the trenches through the draft. Trenches. Oh boy. Trenches. Like, okay. Coach, let's get it. Says Leonard Floyd would be a great fit in Ryan Nielsen's scheme. I believe we can get him on a team-friendly deal. I mean, if you look at all these deals, a lot of these deals have been team-friendly. Jessie Bates, I think $15 or $14 million a year, $16 million a year. That's a team-friendly deal. A lot of these deals I'm looking at, a lot of the money is guaranteed, and if you're paying it up front, I'm thinking that's Arthur Smith saying, "Hey, let's go ahead and pay these guys up front with these signing bonuses so we can have more available cap and bring in this talent. Let's use this Home Depot money, Bo." And I think that's what he's saying. Look at here, you nincompoops. Call the Home Depot. We're trying to get things done. What's the Home Depot slogan?
More power in doing.
More power, more doing. Yeah, I don't know. Oh man. Coach Christie says, I'm that funny acting cousin. She's see, you gotta be like that, Coach Christie. Da, da, da. That's a Superman chat. Oh man. The Adrian Thomas, he says, love the pickups, address right tackle, wide receiver in the draft for Ritter, and we ready. He said, we are ready, but in down south Georgia boy language, we ready. Da, da, da. That's a Superman chat. Oh man, look, if y'all are excited about these picks that the Atlanta Falcons have made so far in free agency, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, I need so look, this is a coaching staff. I always ask y'all how y'all feel about things. If you're new to the chat, we always, make the show as interactive as possible. So I want to ask y'all, what grade these first, where we at almost 6 hours in the free agency, what grade would you give the Atlanta Falcons? A, B, C, D, F, unsatisfied, satisfactory. What grade would you give the Atlanta Falcons so far? I just want to know what y'all thinking. What's going on, Coach Dre? Says, what up, beloveds? How y'all doing and feeling on this Monday afternoon? Beloveds, hello. What's going on, Bo? RJ says, question, Big Low. If the Falcons sign a suitable center in free agency, do you see Dahlman or Hennessy move to the other guard position? I could definitely see that. Dahlman, I could see move to the other guard position. Because as of right now, the center position needs to be upgraded. Definitely does need to be up. Big Unk 69's in here. He says, please say the baby. You already know what time it is. Jerry says, the Falcons, they trying so hard. You keep the hate out your heart, Jerry. Keep the hate. Keep the hate out your heart, Jerry. It's all right, man. You'll get a chance to take all your anger out 2 times this season. As we march our way to the NFC South crown, you'll be able to take your anger out. It's ironic that this happened in March because we're marching our way to the crown, baby. Okay. Marching our way to the crown. Molly Mall says the Falcons doing all these signings for nothing. Still ain't going nowhere. See, Molly Mall, you need to keep the hate out your heart. Molly Mall, a Saints fan, y'all. Look, we love him now. We love him, but he got that hate in his heart. We done did everything that we could, all kinds of tests, everything, but the doctor just said we can't get it out his heart. RJ says he gives him a B. Dana G's in here says all those free agent signings, y'all quarterback still Ritter though. I mean, what's the difference between Ritter and Derek Carr? Like what? Less interceptions. Like what?
15 years younger.
Like one listen to the Backstreet Boys. Like one listen to Backstreet Boys, one listen to Little Uzi. So like what? That's a big difference.
First of all,
hey, I just saying.
I don't like that
I'm just saying.
The Backstreet Boys.
I ain't saying nothing wrong with Backstreet Boys.
Like
All I'm saying is that it was two separate eras of music. One listened to Britney Spears. One listened to Britney Spears and the NSYNC album, and then the NSYNC No Strings Attached album, and the other one listened to Drake and I don't know NBA YoungBoy, like two separate things.
Put some respect to Backstreet Boys.
NSYNC No Strings Attached. Chris Rogers gives him an A+. Javi says a B+. Okay. Molly Mall says D-. Yeah, Molly Mall, you you're such a hater, boy. Charles says A-. Bubba Gump says A. See, Molly Mall says it's D- for the Saints. That's what that is. Because it's bad for the Saints. Jada Pella says B. Uncle Steve in here with his takes. He probably sung it. He says A-. He probably he's Southern Silk.
Is he still mad? Is he still mad?
What are you mad about?
Lamar, is he still mad? We haven't made a move at quarterback yet.
I don't know.
All right with this so far.
I don't know. See,
he was ready to burn down the line.
I don't know. Look, basically, Uncle Steve is like, we just trying to win. I think we're in the same boat. I'm just trying to win some games. And I mean, you never know. The whole Lamar Jackson, it could be revisited. You never know. Mr. Hawkins says B+. Dre True Statement says A+++++. That's what my report card used to look like, Coach Ronnie. Young Man of Faith Jamal says A. Chance Overton said B+. Antoine Wartime. So it looks like we're getting pretty positive grades. Ben Quavius, A. Dan Burst, A. Smokey Robinson Sinatra, A. Bags, so far, A. Richard Red says A+. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and give you mine. I'm finna give it an A. Y'all know it's hard to get an A for me because I'm a terrible grader. I ain't finna give you nothing. You gotta earn it. Look, you see Jerry in here, Coach Ronnie, a big fat F, which stands for fail. What? These Saints fans, what? Man. I hope Big Q go live tonight. I want to try to see if I can get on the show. I want to see if he let me in on the show. Douglas says grade A, depends on how the season goes because I'm a Falcons fan. That's right, Doug. That's right. You already know. Coach Keith in here says, Coach, we got Patrick Peterson. Your Falcons doing well. Hey, Steelers got Patrick. I didn't know that. I was hoping we could get him, but it didn't work out. Ghost Pepper says, Coach Lowe, it's a 4-year deal. $16 million a year for $16 million a year. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's a team-friendly deal, especially with the salary cap going up every year. Now, we can't apply that to everybody. I know every time we talk about that, it's one of those cases where we're like, oh, man, salary cap's going up. That could be justifiable, but nah, we can't apply that to everybody. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's a pretty team-friendly deal. Some people say he's the best safety in the league. Now, we all know that it's one of those cases where football is just like life. The circumstances that you're given kind of determine what you're going to be able to do in life, right? So, it's just one of those things. Uncle Steve says, Molly Mall sounded a little salty, seeing that insufficient funds pop up in the bite. Look, we picking on our Saints brethren over there, but we were there, right? We went into free agency knowing we went there knowing we wasn't gonna make any moves. It feels good to have something, don't it? D Sloan's in here. It says what time he works, Bo. What in time he works, Bo. We out here getting impactful players at affordable prices. It's an AMI. Oh yeah. You already know what's going on, Jeremy. The pretty much love to you, Bo. I see you in here. Leo says A+. You already know it, man. Taybro says so far so good. So the question now is, and we got the grades from everybody. Now the question is, moving forward, who else do you think we need to get in this free agency class? Like, is there any names out there, that you think we still need to follow up on, right? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I'm just gonna throw mine out there. Last I heard, he was a free agent. I don't know if that's still the case. Khalil Mack. If I could get a one Khalil Mack, that would be great. That would be great. I feel like we need to go ahead and change the culture of this defensive line. If you get a Khalil Mack, plug and play, he can fit any scheme. 3-4, 4-3, he's interchangeable. First player to go all pro at two different positions, outside linebacker and defensive end. That's perfect for Ryan Nielsen's system. Khalil Mack, let's go. That's the guy that I want. But I want to know from the coaching staff, who do y'all think the Falcons need to get? Who left do you feel like the Falcons need to get? If you don't have an actual name, feel free to just give me a position. Like what y'all think we need to work on? Coach Dre says, Coach Lowe, this Aints fan at my job came up to me and said, red is really his favorite color. They mad out you. Oh man. Mike Hollywood's there. He says, like I said, we will now draft Gonzalez and move Hayward back to slot. Man, look, that Gonzalez kid, he's the truth. He looks like if you were put just a black uniform on both of them and let them run around the field, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between him and AJ Terrell. Just being completely honest with you. Ty Dollar says Jacoby Myers. Man, y'all know that's the guy that I've been wanting. But I will tell y'all, now that you've gotten Jonnu Smith, a pass catching tight end, is it one of those cases where do you want, like, would you be able to get a volume wide receiver? Because we know the ball's not going to be flying around the field, that way where, you're going to have 3 guys or 4 guys with 80 catches or 4 guys with 70 catches. Like, we know that's not going to be the case. So, I mean, a Jacoby Myers, and he's young. So this is going to be his first big payday. So is it going to be one of those cases where, you're going to try to spend that kind of money on a Jacoby Myers, or are you just going to get a guy that's a little bit more affordable? I love Jacoby Myers. Y'all know I've been wanting. LaToya Gooden's in here. I think this is my first time seeing LaToya in the chat. Shouts out to you, LaToya. Y'all make sure y'all welcome LaToya to the stream. She says Davenport. Says go ahead, go all in for Marcus Davenport. Reggie Red says get Ben Jones. Who? Ben Jones. Who? Ben Jones. Joseph Thornton said the Saints are relying on their income tax money. That's what they waited on. They relying on that income tax to come in. Bag says Eric Kendricks. That's who GM Cordero Patterson said he wants. Now, every time he said he wants somebody in free agency, we never get them. It's almost like the Drake bet of death. Anytime Drake bets on somebody, they always lose, or he comes to the game with them or whatever, chills out the locker room, they lose. But I think he said he wanted Jessie Bates, if I'm not mistaken. So that might be turning around. Reggie Red says, I think Davenport staying in NOLA. Now, according to my sources, and me and Jack Spade from One Time for the Fan were talking about this earlier. Apparently, the Falcons contacted a one Marcus Davenport, and he was saying that they were trying to see what they could do about getting him to come over, but I think he was trying to check with a few other teams. So, that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Winston says, B, we need an impactful player on the edge or the linebacker core. Leo says, Cole Hardman. Ghost Pepper says, Yannick Ngakoue. Okay, DA, so Khalil Mack is going to stay. Okay. Reggie Red says, Mack 2 price. Because I was trying to figure out, I remember they were trying to determine, they were saying, well, look, they might be releasing them or they might try to trade them. So it looks like he is going to stay. Sounds like the Chargers are having some money problems over there in Los Angeles, because I heard that Eckler requested a trade. So it sounds like it's some hard times out there in Tinseltown. They walking aimlessly up and down Rodeo Drive. No Border Sports says, what's going on, No Borders? Hope you're doing good, fam. Hope you're doing good. Slim says Matt Ryan as a backup quarterback. That might be the move. Look, I mean, he knows the system. Bring him in. Trish Daddy says Darius Slay. Retro G says he wants Yannick Ngakoue. There's a lot of names out there. Coach Roney's boy, Adam Thielen, he's out there. So Bobby Wagner. Tabro says Calais Campbell from the Ravens just got released. I heard he got released. Look, he would be a good guy down there, just to play that zero technique, that one technique. He's just so big, you got to double team him. You don't got no choice. Shaq Mason just got released from the Buccaneers. Like I said, this is a changing of the guard, guys. You know, while the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and while the Saints are going down, the Falcons are doing as the slogan implies and rising up. That's what we doing. That's what I'm telling you. You know, the Panthers, they just gonna stay where they at. That's what the Panthers do. You know, they try to make all the big splashes, you know, trying to get naked for the quarterback. They ain't finna do nothing. They the Panthers. You know, all the time did something when Cam was here. You know, and I feel like Cam trying to help us out. He wouldn't try to beat the Falcons like that. He knew what the hometown team was. It's collusion. Oh man. Ghost Pepper says wide receiver Mac Hollins, 6'4", 221. That's a big boy. That's a big old tall glass of water, bro. That's a big old tall glass of water. Bean Bambino, he says he's like in Leonard Floyd. So I'm hearing a lot of people talking about Leonard Floyd. Now, is this just because of the UGA connection, you know, or is this one of those situations where I feel like he will fit perfectly in this Ryan Nielsen scheme? But, you know, bringing the dog back home is always a good thing, right? You know, bringing the dog back home is always a good thing. Lorenzo Carter, Leonard Floyd, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So I want to ask everybody moving forward, am I being premature by saying, hey, the Atlanta Falcons are going to win the division? I mean, because
that is so early. Stop saying that.
Why is it so early?
Too early.
What in the world?
Because the Saints are broke and the Panthers traded away all their picks.
I'm sorry, you said the Saints what?
Are broke.
They what?
Broke. And the Panthers are trading away all their picks until 2026.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you're automatically gonna win the division.
And
ain't nobody worried about Tampa because they're nothing without Tom.
The Tom Brady's are done.
Yes.
So basically, you saying we're gonna win the division off of what you just said, right?
No.
I mean, you just said.
Even though, in spite of these things, that does not guarantee a win.
Because the Saints are what?
Broke.
So the Saints broke. Tampa, they done. Panthers, they just stay where they at. Why not us? That's all I'm saying. Chat, y'all let me know in the comment. Do you feel like, based off of the moves that the Falcons have made today, that they're in a situation where they could win the division? If you feel like they are in a situation to win the division, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like the situation where the division is ours, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like I'm being premature and I'm getting naked, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all, because I understand how football works. I understand it's one of those cases somebody could get hurt. It might not be a good fit, situations like that. So I completely understand that. Also, while you're putting your comment in the chat, make sure that you go up a little bit where that thing look like this right here. Hit that like button. That thing look like this right here. Yeah, that thing look like this right here. Hit that like button. How's that, Coach Runner?
That thing look like this right
You have to change, girl. Just Thor said, that's right, Low. They the Panthers. That's right. That's right. Let's go to Coach Padre. Much love to you, man. Be a Coach Padre. We was actually texting each other whenever the signing went down for Jessie Bates. You know, he just got naked. He was in a meeting, just got naked in a meeting, trying to figure out if he still got a job because he got in trouble with the boss. Matt Town, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? Oh, wait a minute, Padre with the Superman chat. He says, hello, coach and staff. Just joining the live, but have we talked about the David, how's your mama signing? David, how's your mama? Look at here. Boy, you a fool. Da, da, da. That's a Superman chat. Yeah, so we started to talk about it. I think right now we were excited and we just wanted to, go ahead and throw it out there and talk about, just basically talk trash. Pretty much talk trash, talk about how we were going to win the division. Coach Ghost Peppers there, Ogunjobi. Yes, he's been a very consistent defensive lineman over the years. Let's see here. Uh, oh, wait a minute. No board says he's drawing lines to things he didn't say.
Yes, exactly. I never said that means they're gonna win. That's what you
said. Coach Patrick says, "Hey, Bo, the Panthers are built to be a problem, especially if they get a quarterback." I mean, and look, it's like I was telling Coach, let's get it earlier today. As long as the Panthers got a defense, they got a chance. I'm just picking on the Panthers, but I completely understand the Panthers. Look, I worry every time we play them. It's just, it's just they're the Panthers. I just like to pick on them. It's like that little brother you pick on, or, like Coach Christy Lewis, that she's also that cousin that picks on her cousins as well. Whenever she's not sometime. Molly Mall says, I have to watch my Superman draws around the Falcons because they'll steal them too. What in the world? Molly Mall off the chain. So let's see here. So basically, I said, if you feel like this is the Falcons division this year, Coach Ronnie, this moment of truth.
Okay.
I said, if you feel like this Falcons division, put a 1 in the chat. I said, if you feel like I'm being premature and getting naked, put a 2 in. For everybody in the comments that don't know, whenever I say getting naked, I don't mean nothing nasty. That's just the old country term for saying that you're getting too excited. Or, you're just, you need to calm down. You getting naked. So, look, if this is y'all first time watching, I don't mean, take it off. I don't mean that. Coach Rona, that was she saying that let me see it song when I dance for her. Like, let me see it. Let me see it. Man, over. Let me see it. Let me see it. You never heard that song, Coach Rona? By UGK? Let me see it. Let me see it being over. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, you know it's all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Saying, I don't know that I want you bending over to
show
me anything.
Oh, okay. So J Mall, choir member Patterson. Oh, choir member Patterson back. Rockman, Bags, Charles B. They all say this is our division for years to come. Now, Mall, he put 2s in here, but you can't trust him. He got that hate in his heart. Joseph Thorpe, he says, yes, this is our division for years to come. Total Rights in here, he says, why should we sign Leonard Floyd? We have outside linebackers in Lorenzo Carter, Arnold Ebiketie, D'Angelo Malone, and Ogundeji. Atatakupo Ogundeji. We need defensive end, not another outside linebacker. Well, I'm going to tell you, one reason is because Ogundeji was the worst rated outside linebacker in the league last year. So let's go ahead and see if we could get somebody else because we're trying to rotate these guys in and out. You know what I'm saying? We want to get constant pressure. I don't want to put it Ogundeji in and then that left tackle say, oh, man, 92 in. Well, I needed a break. I don't want that. I want constant pressure. So, yeah, let's see what we can do. L. Hunt, Coach Jerry, they said 2. They said, I'm getting naked. It's too premature, Coach Ronnie. So they agree with you. I remember Patterson said 1 and 2. He on the fence. Coach Dre, MacTown Dirty, they said, look, man, this is our division. It's over. No Border Sports said naked, 2. Eli, he put 2 1s in there. He said it is what it is. Dre says, Panthers fans, it's on. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and keep pounding or whatever Leah said.
Okay.
Oh man, who came up with that? Like what that got to do with a panther? I ain't never seen a panther pound. Like what? What in the world?
I don't know. Maybe they have some sort of story behind it.
I don't know.
I think they just like hitting a drum.
You think of what it is?
I think it's what it is.
Keep pounding.
Like, what noise could we make? What about this?
Wow.
What if we put a
on a drum?
On a drum.
Like, what? boom,
Just keep
boom, boom. And it could be like a sexual innuendo. Like, what in the world? What's going on? Kelvin O'Connor, Edward Worthy. Coach Christian says 1, always, but still get naked. What? Ty Dollar says 1.5, so you're on the fence. Pamela says Panthers still got a good defense. 1, why not us? That's it. ETV says 1. It is what it is. We got this division for years to come, Coach Ronnie. Darius Glover, Donald Glover's son, says 1. Gadex Boy says 1. RJ said, look, man, he said, I'm getting out over on my skis, Coach Ronnie. Malcolm, Coach Malcolm, Eli, Jay Napella, Boomer Falcon, they all say 1, Coach Ronnie. So I think it's one of those situations where I don't think I'm being too premature. Everybody else agree with me. You know? What you think, Coach Ronnie?
I think it's premature. I can't say anything like that this early.
When have I ever said this in the past? We've been together.
You never said it. I don't know why you're getting so naked right now. I really don't.
We've been together for so many years. I ain't never said this. Even whenever we had the best offense in the league, I ain't never was like, yeah, this is our division. I'm just telling you, it is what it is. This division went down. And we're going to be the only ones rising up out of it. You see how Rise Up goes with Falcons, right? You know, you see how Who Dat goes with New Orleans, right? I don't know what Tampa says.
Fire the cannons! Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Don't
Fire
hate
the
on
cannons,
that.
yeah.
That is cool.
All right, fire the
Fire
cannons.
the cannons!
It is kind of catchy, okay.
It is catchy. They're the Buccaneers.
Okay, but keep pounding, like, like, I don't see why they. I don't know. I don't know. Keep pounding. Just keep pounding, guys. That's all. Walter Lyons, he says 1. He says it's our division, Coach Ronnie. So let's go ahead and look at the different moves that the Falcons made and talk about. Winston said Frank Clark, man, Super Bowl champion, just won a Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs. Tyler Russell says, Coach, I worry about every team that we play. And we should worry about every team. They're all in the NFL, all of them NFL talent. You know, I completely agree with you. So Tyler Russell says, no. He says, I'm getting naked. Once again, Tyler Russell, he's the voice of reason. Drez, Dan, Edward, Coach Christie, they all say the same thing. What's going on? What's going on, Dixon Way? Much love to you, Bo. Hope that y'all doing good today, fam. Look, y'all watch the Hawks games. Make sure y'all check out Dixon Way. They live stream during the games. They have a good time.
Yeah, we watched one of their shows.
Yeah.
They have the sun in the background sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a real family show. So y'all go check them out.
Yeah, I'll make sure y'all check out Dixon Way, man. But let's go ahead and talk about these different pickups that the Atlanta Falcons made. And the way that things are going, if something else happens while we're live, y'all make sure that y'all keep me in the loop because, you know, while I'm live, I like to give y'all all my full and undivided attention. What's going on, Tidy? Atlanta Bird Games in here. What's good, Lo? I love the fact that we locked up Lindstrom long term. I hope we lock up his tag team partner, McGarry. Exciting day for us Falcons fans today. But look, man, it was a very, very fun day. Very, very fun day. So, first of all, Jonnu Smith. Do we like the pick? Do we not like the pick? If we do like the pick, put a Y in the chat. If you do not like the pick, put an N in the chat. It's really not a pick. It was a trade. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I love the move. The reason why I love that Jonnu Smith move is because, number one, it's like, I just like athletic tight ends that could really do something after the catch, right? You know, it's that tight end wide receiver hybrid guy, but the thing is, he can get down and dirty, put his hand in the ground, help with the run blocking schemes, and if he does get the ball, keep pounding. If he does get the ball, it's one of those situations where, he could take it to the house if he got some green in front of him. So so I like the whole Jonnu Smith pick. Raymond Collins says, "What in the world, Bo? Toot your horn, Bo." Got toot the horn. Look, we win the division. Coach Rhoda ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. She ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. We win the division. I'd be like, see, Coach, I told you. I told you. Oh man, that's off the chain. But yeah, it's one of those situations where I feel like Jonnu Smith is a real, real good move. Javi, Joseph Thornton, Orange Juice Jones. The thing about Jonnu Smith is that he was one of those guys who I always used to look at and like from this. I was like, man, boy. Yeah, I was like, yeah. And where?
In Tennessee.
See,
not so much in New England.
Oh man, New England. New England started to become that place where players are just going to disappear. It's like Oakland used to be back in the day when Randy Moss went to Oakland, he just wasn't never the same guy in Oakland. But yeah, I like Jonnu Smith. I feel like putting him out there with a Kyle Pitts, that's going to help a young quarterback like a Desmond Ridder or whoever the quarterback would be. But it's going to help a young quarterback like a Desmond Ridder have a few more options because let's be honest, both of those guys are number one tight ends. So, we definitely got to acknowledge that. Latoya Gooden, Atlanta Bird Gang, they said they like the move. Boom the Falcon said he don't like it. He said pineapples. I don't like it, Coach. Tell me why you don't like it, man. Dana G's in here. He says Carr, a top 5 in the whole NFC, and number 1 in NFC South.
Dana G is a girl, first of all. She's a Saints fan. And she's been holding it down in the chat, supporting that Derek Carr pick.
Hey.
Saints. I don't think she's agreeing with you about them being down and out. She has a lot of confidence in Carr.
Data, my sister, that car go put you on the side of the road.
What?
That car go run hot, Data. I don't know if it's gonna get you to your destination. We're gonna see. That's the whole fun thing about it. I remember Patterson, JJ the Great, RJ says, yeah, I like the move. Tyler Russell said, I guess why. Edward, so it looks like pretty much everybody liked the move, bringing the Jonnu Smith in. Xavier, Ghost Peppers, DA, the Cheesecake Family. Looks like everybody likes it. I love it. I love it. Think about this. Michael Pruitt showed up and showed out those last couple of games last year whenever Desmond Ridder came in to be that starting quarterback. Just imagine a more athletic guy in a Jonnu Smith. I mean, it's really going to help the offense take the next level. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, he's going to make some explosive plays. Yeah, he got that footwork to get past defenders. Trey Joseph says Kyle needed a backup. It was a good. Oh yeah. And you're not going to find a rookie with the same talent level as a Jonnu Smith. They restructured his contract because I think he was getting owed $17 million in New England, but they restructured it to $10 million. I guess Terry was like, look, we got the money. Let's go ahead and give the man the money. Next year, I think he's going to be up for renegotiation. So we'll kind of see what happens with that, man. So let's see. Ray Fitty said, Coach, does that Jonnu Smith trade mean Pitts is going to wide receiver? Now that's a good question. And I believe me and Coach Padre, or maybe me and One Time for the Fan, old Jack Spade, were talking about that a little bit earlier. It could mean that, because if we look at the first season, they said Kyle Pitts lined up on the outside and in the slot most of the time. As far as in line, he wasn't really lining up down there. So, I mean, moving forward, I know some people say that Kyle Pitts' route running isn't as crisp, but I mean, 6'6", 245, probably 250 by next year. What else? Like, you don't got to be able to run that Tennessee too good, bro. Like, I mean, let's be honest with you. Like, you don't got to be that crisp. You don't got to be too crispy to just go ahead and beat people in jump ball situations or one cut situations. So, what?
I think he started something. Red Swarm says, what's up? And then he said that the Saints fans are in here bragging about overpaying for a used car.
They upside down. Turn the flips. Upside down. Turn the flips of that used car. Look, if that's what y'all want, y'all can have it. You know, look, in one of those situations, you never buy a used used Mercedes Benz. You never buy one. because they ain't never worth. Once you take Mercedes-Benz off the lot, it appreciates. It appreciates like I don't know what. You might ask me how I know. I worked in the car business for years. You know, you see a Mercedes-Benz on the used car lot side, somebody gonna try to knock you upside the head, take everything in your pockets. Never buy a used Mercedes-Benz. That's what the Saints bought. Said we cooking. Oh yeah, Terry, baby man, he doing this thing. He going in. Excuse me. Daniel Connor's in here. He says, "What up, Big Low? It's been a minute. What's going on, Daniel Connor? Much love to you, man. Hope everything's going good for you in Ireland, right? I want to make sure I'm saying the right place." Atlanta Bird Game says Kyle Pitts lined up outside over 70% of the time his rookie year. I mean, let's be honest, that was his most successful year. We were trying to line him up on the inside, in line a little bit more, but it wasn't as successful. I mean, and let's also take into account that, you know, the quarterback situation wasn't the most beneficial for him. So, you know, I mean, everybody's like, hey, we need to go ahead and go out for another wide receiver. I mean, we might already have the wide receiver on the roster. So, I mean, look, it's one of those things. Jaden says, Coach, how you feeling about Jessie? Oh, I'm definitely going in on a Mr. Jessie Bates. I'm definitely going in. Tyler Russell says, imagine a scenario where you have a tight end like Kyle Pitts playing. Man, I don't know if y'all remember, I actually did a film study like 2 years ago comparing what Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst can do compared to what Delaney Walker and Jonnu Smith used to do in Tennessee. I mean, obviously, you know, Hayden Hurst, he went on to pursue his career with the Cincinnati Bengals, but now it's like you're gonna just combine Kyle Pitts and Jonnu Smith. I mean, that you have a possibility to do some really, really creative things in the red zone, because I mean, Kyle Pitts, he's a good jump ball guy. Jonnu Smith, like I said, is great inline blocker, great snatch and release guy. You got to claw him. You know, if you're a defensive end, if you're in the red zone within that, or if you're in that green area, if you're in that 10-yard area, if he's coming off the line, I mean, it's not a situation where you actually need to rush him, because he might be trying to bait you. So if you grab him, you might want to just go ahead and claw him, hold on to him, and maybe even pull him down. For my guys who play defensive end, maybe even pull him down so he can't get out there and get behind you and make a play and get an easy touchdown. So look, if y'all are excited about Jonnu Smith, you want a way to express that excitement without giving me 5, you can go ahead and give me one of these right here. Make sure that you hit that like button. I would definitely and greatly appreciate that. Big J says, hey, Big Low, we're going to turn Ritter into Riddle and win this division led by Derek, Man of God Carr.
Man of God.
Who that? Rise down. He is a man of God. Yeah, you're a man of God. Oh, man. Got Brian Russell in here. Brian Russell says, shouts out to Brian Russell. I hope that your life got better after Michael Jordan hit that shot over you in the 1996 NBA Finals. He says, win the division and then say something. I remember the Saints sweeping y'all last year. You talking about last year. I said, we're going to win the division this year, Brian Russell. You talking about last year. What did y'all do last year? Y'all didn't do nothing either. Nobody did nothing. Everybody So look, we was all in the same boat. We talking about this year coming up. If you want to live in the past, you can. What did Andre, look, I know you might be from New Orleans. Y'all might not listen to Outkast, but Andre 3000 said spaceships don't come with rear view mirrors. They don't come equipped with rear view mirrors. We on spaceships, boy. Starships and rockets. We don't know nothing about looking back in the age. Oh, man. Brian Little says Jessie Bates is going to help our defense out. Well, I tell you what, before we get to Jessie Bates, let's go ahead and get to David Onyemata. All right. David Onyemata, from the Saints. Shouts out to the Saints. Thank y'all so much for, graciously, molding and cultivating David Onyemata so he could help us win this division this year. You heard that. You heard that, Brian Russell. Win the division this year. Shouts out to you, Brian Russell. But the thing is, David Onyemata. I was talking to Big Q before I came on live, and I was like, look, is there anything I need to know about this young man? Like, is there any overlying issues? He was like, all I'm gonna tell you is that, he's gonna play. It's not gonna be a situation where, he's gonna miss a whole lot of games. And Big Low, he's a double team waiting to happen. You got to double team him. You can't just go one-on-one with this guy, because if you do, he's gonna eat you alive. You're like, ask the Atlanta Falcons offensive line. I like QC. I said Q. I said, see, we'll have the good conversation. So, I mean, it's one of those situations where we've been saying, the Atlanta Falcons fans have been saying for, last 3-4 years, like, look, Grady Jarrett needs a running mate. He needs somebody who can help take up some of these blocks for him. So sometimes he could get put in single situations. And it's one of those situations where, we need to, we need to put him, because you seen what he said last year at the end of the season. He said, look, man, it's the same thing, different year. Now we got something a little bit different. It's popping off, Bo. Big things going on in the A. Well, Amy says, Big Low, I told you we was getting Bates in the secondary. Now my question, what are we going to do with this center and right tackle position? Da-da-da. That's a Superman chat. We appreciate that, man.
He said, well, Amy said that he sent that live from the seaport.
Live from the seaport? Shouts out to Will Amy. It's a 912 thing, dog. If you don't know, now you know, man. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you, let's go ahead. I think that the Atlanta Falcons may seriously look at a Paris Johnson in the draft, as much as we wanted to get a Christian Gonzalez or even a Jalen Carter. You might have to go ahead and line up that right tackle position in the draft. Now, like I said, that center from Tennessee, he's a free agent now, and he did his best when he was with Arthur Smith. So that might be a good direction to go in. So I feel like we got a few things that we could do, Will Amy. He said, C-Pope, I'm ready. Did this season out. Hey, man, C-Pope. It's a 912 thing, dog. You already know. WCG in here, he says, yeah, I don't understand why Falcons think they can win the division with a career backup at quarterback.
See, there's been a lot of questions about Ritter, about the quarterback position, feeling like they might look good in other places, but that quarterback position is still questionable.
I mean, yes, it is. It is. Let's be honest. It was questionable for the Saints last year, with Andy Dalton. I think Dana, she put that in the chat. She said Andy freaking Dalton beat us 2 games. And she's right, he did. And guess what? The Saints also could have won the division last year. Now, Andy Dalton, he's not a career backup, but we know that he's at a stage in his career where he's not taking the next step, right? So, I understand that Desmond Ritter is a question mark. We completely understand that. That's why, we went through the whole Lamar Jackson fiasco. They're trying to figure out, is he coming or is he not coming? Thing is that if Desmond Ritter isn't the guy, you're at least putting talent around him. Once again, football is just like life. The circumstances that you're given determine what you're able to do. So if it's one of those cases where you mess around and you get, Desmond Ritter to be your starting quarterback, and moving forward, he's not the guy, you still got a chance to win the division. And next year, you could go ahead and get your quarterback. Shoot, let's be completely honest. If Desmond Ritter plays that bad, that terribly, you got another top 10 pick, you're in a situation where you could pull the Carolina Panthers this year and get a Caleb Williams next year, a same Caleb Williams who everybody feels like is better than a Bryce Young, who is better than a CJ Stroud, who is better than a Will Levis. Caleb Williams won the Heisman Trophy this year, not Will Levis, not Bryce Young, not CJ Stroud. So if it's one of those cases where Desmond Ridder isn't the guy who is getting paid $6 million over the course of his 5-year deal, then it's low risk, high reward. Go ahead and get somebody else who is legit, unquestionably the guy. It's a win-win situation for us. Win-win situation. Let me see here. Coach Padre says, Coach, can you remind me the Aints constituents that we do not understand the language of teens with short memory?
That's amazing. It's like y'all be talking funny. I don't understand the language of people with short money. Bad, 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 boy. You make me feel so good.
You know you make me feel so good. You know you make me feel so good. The chair got the ladies. Yeah, yeah. We play ball in the Mercedes. Beat the Saints since the 80s. Told the child so crazy. He says, hello. I hang up and listen. Da, da, da. That's a Superman chat. Y'all crazy, man. I just don't know what to say with this chat, man. Y'all like.
Nah, you did. So a lot of the Saints fans in the chat are calling us the Atlanta Saints, saying that.
Look, man.
Hold on. Ghost Peppers had a great comment earlier. He was like, "Look, y'all dug deep down in your pockets in New Orleans and only came up with lint. So don't be mad because we got big money." How y'all hating from outside? Whoa, they can't get in.
I can't even get in. Oh man. Okay, so I see Pelican know you said Big Low. Who else do the Saints want? Who else do the Atlanta Saints want from us? That's a Super Saints chat. Okay. That's a Super Saints chat. I hear you, boy. I hear you. Look, man. Look, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all this. We didn't take nobody from the Saints. Whenever we signed all these guys, they were free agents. They decided to come to the Falcons. If they wanted to stay with the Saints bad enough, they would have took a lesser deal and stayed with the Saints. But did they? Well, what color they wearing now?
Red and black.
Red and black.
Hello.
That's all I'm saying. So we can't say, look, we stole them from the Saints. We can't say that. Terry Fontenot, he could have stayed with the Saints if he wanted to. His contract was up. We didn't buy out Terry Fontenot's contract. And where did he decide to come to? He decided to come somewhere where he got an opportunity. And he said that he admired the Atlanta Falcons organization. So it's like, we can't say, hey, we're stealing from the Saints. They decided to come to us. You know what I'm saying?
You sound like a side chick.
That's what we sound like, though.
Yeah.
We sound like Mr. Steal Your Girl. Your girl chose me. What's going on, Coach Wallace? He says, what's good with you, Big Low? Today they have been a great day. I like the moves we made. I love the moves we made so far, man. I love the moves we made. Cool B says, I hear you, Coach, but he painted his fingernails, though.
What is wrong with painting fingernails? There's nothing wrong with a man wanting to paint his fingernails.
He painted his fingernails.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Joe Thorne said, say it. That's all I'm saying. Look, at the end of the day, they chose to come here. We had the money, and we paid them. Tony Wright says, the Aints are BROKE. I've been robbing Peter to pay Paul way too long. Look, it's finally caught up with you. You know? So if they come here, Blanco says, and Terry, we trust. If they decide to come sign with Terry, then look, it is what it is. Isaac Crime said the Saints PPP is ran out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow.
The Saints PPP done ran out. So look, it is what it is. Danny G says black and gold is less than black and red. That's what she said. She said greater than, but I just switched it around. Shouts out to Dana, man. But yeah, so I mean, and look, I understand that. I understand that it's touching some of your Saints fans' cores, the heartstrings. Whenever I talk about David Onyemata being on the Atlanta Falcons wearing red and black, I understand it hurts. But look,
Why does it hurt so bad? Why do I feel so sad? Y'all go listen to some weed.
I gotta go listen to that Bodyguard album. Thought I was over you, but I keep crying 'cause I'm sad and blue. Why does it hurt so badly? Man, but I'm just saying though. It's like I understand the Falcons having David Onyemata is gonna hurt. And it's also gonna hurt because, like I said, he's the one of the biggest pieces on this defense that's gonna help this defense go to the next level. Because like we've been saying, the star of our team, the most beloved figure on our team, Mr. Grady Jarrett, he said, look, man, it's the same thing, different year. Whenever and that goes to show that when Grady Jarrett speaks, things change. Like, Terry Fontenot, Art Smith said, hey, we need to make some moves. One time for the fan says, hey, bro, as soon as we got off the phone, Falcons signed Jessie Bates. Yep, look, it's crazy how that works, right? But it's one of those things, guys. It's like now you got the offensive line, that interior offensive line, they're going to have to pick their poison because either they're going to be lining up, and I'm talking about Garrett and Onyemata, they're going to be lined up in one technique or the three technique. Somebody's going to have to get double teamed. Most likely it's going to be the person that's closest to the ball in that one technique. So, it's going to hurt Saints fans seeing that, hey, we're taking that next step. And one of their most pivotal pieces on their pass defense is going to be is going to be helping us. RJ says, oh Lord, Southern Silk got a new member. Coach Rhoda. Oh man, Coach Waddle says, Coach Lowe, let them know that this is a business. That's right. Terry Fontenot says, I'm a businessman. I'm not a business man. Oh, I'm sorry. Look, y'all, Southern Silk is the name of my R&B group. I apologize. I'm the lead singer. Yeah, I'm the lead singer. What you are for?
Okay, so you are Southern Silk.
I ain't say I'm so well.
You're the voice of Southern Silk.
Yeah. Kind of like what Candy was saying earlier. Yeah, So basically, I'm the lead singer, and they turn my vocals on all the background. So everybody else there just looking good. But I'm Southern Silk, Uncle Steve.
You got a little short. You gonna take out the short?
Yeah, I got a short. You gonna take out the short? See first? Yeah, I was see first of all.
Here, a little taste.
Yeah. Uncle Steve, Smitty, Alberto, don't get mad at me, But
Dana G, she said that we can have Davenport.
We good. We all right. Y'all can keep here. Mama says, look, y'all get that laughing out now. Because September, y'all gonna pay. At least we can. Oh man. Oh man. At least we can pay, so we are.
Said you gotta make sure that you get this YouTube money because your singing career ain't looking too promising.
See first, well, here, JJ. See, first of all, you need to keep that hate out your heart now. Oh man. Ghost Pepper says, it's not our fault. Loomis made the Swampers so cap poor that the only word they know is benefit. That's rough. Wait a minute, we got a couple Superman chats. False Start Falcon says, them bag, the paper bag folks better chill before we sign CJ Gardner Johnson. They're gonna end up jumping on in the bayou. That's rough.
Jump in the
They're gonna jump and ain't be whining aimlessly. He'll be jumping in the bayou. Cause it could happen now. CJGJ. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Also, why I'm talking so mad trash over here today,
They're
Elmo.
talking so much
Goodness
trash.
gracious.
They're so angry.
Coach Padre says, Coach, Aints fans wandering aimlessly through the bayou listening to Donnell Jones singing sweet little dee 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 bong bong. I don't mean to hurt you, baby. Da, da, da. That's a Superman chat. Well, see, actually, David Onyemata said that to them. You know, he told them where he wanted to be. You know. Oh, one time when the fan says, Aints paid $100 million for a quarterback who ran from the AFC West. Man.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm skipping ahead. But Dana G said that they'll even throw in some gumbo, boudin, and some beignets for that trade.
We'll take them. We'll take them every day. Ty Dollar said, "What happened to Big Low Sexy? Oh, Big Low Sexy always here. Always here. He ain't go nowhere.
Can you not have eyes? There, it's Big Low.
Twisted Torches in the chat. What's going on, bro? What's love to you? Me and Twisted Torches. We were talking earlier. We were like, hey, man, look, Terry working on some things. We're gonna see what we got going on. But yeah, we'll take the beignets at Boudin and that gumbo off your hands, Coach Dana. Champagne bath in here. Okay. Champagne bath. So, I'm not sure that we made much of an impact this defense just yet. I think we made a pretty good impact. You know, you get a Jessie Bates who, you know, a lot of people said is the best free. Some people say he's the best free agent, best free safety in the league, and then you turn around and get a David Onyemata who could be paired with Grady Jarrett. Man, that's a lot that we need. You know, that really gonna help us. But let's go ahead and talk about Jessie Bates. Jessie, where's Jessie? Stop chasing them hoes, Jessie. Tragic says Onyemata without the Saints, like Harold Melvin without the Blue Notes. He'll never go platinum. Tragic, get a hate out your heart. If you don't know me. That's some singing. That's some singing right there. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh man. One time for the fans said that crawfish, what's that? Etouffee. That crawfish etouffee. What you laughing at? I haven't said it with the right enunciation.
Okay, go ahead.
That crawfish etouffee won't be the same anymore in Orleans. Oh man, it ain't gonna be the same, bro. It ain't gonna be the same. So let me ask y'all, Jessie Bates. I mean, I don't know why I'm even asking this. Do you feel like it's making the team better or worse? Once you count in Jessie Bates' contract, once you count in everything that, you know, everything that he could do for the team. If you feel like Jessie Bates makes the team better, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those situations where, you know, we were at or just getting naked, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all think. What'd you say, Coach Ronnie? Some flame emojis. Okay, well, I'm sorry, y'all, if you're putting 1s and 2s. And hold on. Oh, they started. I just see it. Okay, all right. Well, if you like Jessie Bates, put a flame emoji. If you done put the 1s or the 2s in, you know, put a 1 in the chat. But yeah, I want to know, like, do y'all feel like this is a move? I think this is kind of a no-brainer. This might be a history-making question because it's going to be unanimous. We're going to see what Coach Wallace says because he might disagree. We're going to see what Coach Wallace says. Coach Wallace, if you still in the chat, let me know what you're thinking. Because okay, you don't want me to get her? Oh, okay. So Coach Wallace, a lot of times he'll have to bring me back down to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit. Okay. Jada Jada says, one. He said he likes the Jessie Bates move. Red Swarm says one. Let me see here. Bubba Gumps, he says better. He says he feels like it was a good move. Also, I think I might let folks come on to the show a little bit so they can tell us how they feeling about free agency. RJ for life, he says one. JJ the Great says one. WGCG, he says one. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like it's a situation where it's a pretty unanimous here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just getting the code here so we can
see some flame emojis.
Oh, you see some flame emojis, Coach Ronnie. Coach Ronnie, she was trying to get them flame emojis. All right. So I'm finna put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come on and chop it up with us. Let us know how y'all feeling about out the work phone. I ain't answering no phone. That was the work phone. Like, no, I done set it down for the day. It's free agent Monday. Oh man. Let's see here. All right. So Coach Ronnie with her flame emojis. I see that. Red Swarm says absolutely better. Now, Saints fans, y'all feel free to let me know how y'all feeling too now. Ty Dollar said it made us better. Ghost Peppers, Red Swarm, JJ, Coach Tyler, one time for the fan. I mean, shoot, like I said, it looks like it's pretty cut and dry. Yes, this move definitely makes us better. All right, so hold on. Let me go ahead and bring my 912 brethren in here. Coach Will Amy. See what he thinking here.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Man, ain't nothing, man. What y'all got going on down there?
Hey, man, it's feeling good in the seaport right now, man. Fresh
Feeling
air,
good to
man.
see Paul?
Feeling good. Like, no, 62 degrees out here. Feeling real good out here.
Man.
Cooler, you know. It feel good just off Atlanta. Like last week, Sunday, I've been in Noonan, and I was chopping over my pops out there in Jonesboro. We won't be at the games, but we won't make up competition though this time. It's a exciting season, but free agency, man. We never depart, man. I knew we was gonna get Jessie Big. I kept saying in our secondary, man, we was getting up too much air in the pass, like in our slot. So we got Jessie Big. He could start the running game, and he can start the air attack with them tight ends and the running backs creeping out that them screens and all that. You feel me? So we're gonna shut that down, bro. I feel we getting the great there. We getting good with. And the eighth round pick, I think we're gonna have to get Miles Murphy. I don't like dude from Texas. What's the dude name? Tyler
Tyree Wilson.
Wood. Yeah, I mean, he alright, but he ain't quick on his feet how Miles Murphy is. You know what I'm saying? Miles Murphy can eat all that space. We shoot the corner with Christian Gonzalez, man. With AJ Terrell, man. We have a good duo.
Man,
What's
see,
your thoughts on free agent, though?
Man, I love it, man. It's like the thing is that you mentioned Christian Gonzalez. I think the reason why I'm so stuck on Christian Gonzalez is that it's one of those cases where it's like you're free to play zone and man, as you please. So you don't gotta like take care of one side or shade nobody over to one side. It's like if we want to, we could legit just play play man coverage on the outsides and let everybody else up underneath zone out. On the other two sections of the field, on the second and third sections of the field.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, look, man, it's like I'm really leaning toward Christian Gonzalez, but it's all about what we're gonna do with this offensive line. That's gonna be a huge thing.
Yeah, that's the question. I was just might get to you because man, my thing was Dolman, man, he gotta get better than snap counts, man. Because dropping too many balls, because Ritter, he want our ball in his hand because we get a lot of RPOs, running the ball down people's throat. You don't know who's gonna throw it out there. And I just see with Ritter and Kyle Pitts, man, it's gonna be nasty in there. And it's scared for this offense here. Man, nobody want to play us. So my thought is, man, we got only team we got right now in the division is really the Saints, because Carolina, they got a good top 10 defense. Don't get me wrong, but He getting a quarterback. Y'all doing all that. Y'all sure y'all want to do that to get a quarterback? I mean, you did have a quarterback.
Man, yeah, I mean, trading DJ Moore like that, I really feel like that'll hurt. Because it's one of
Yeah,
those situations where a top-notch wide receiver, man, that's tough to come by, Bo. That's tough to come by. So I mean,
yeah.
that's
I think
tough,
we winning this
man.
division. We winning this division. Man. I don't really see anybody like the Saints. They might be second, but they still ain't cap it. They restructure out for Murray contract and all that. So you know what that means. Somebody get cut. But
Somebody
I
gotta
think
go.
yeah, I think Slant Thomas gone, man. Slant Thomas might
You
be out
think
of there.
so?
Yes, sir.
Well,
You
well,
see,
they said that Slant Thomas was like they said he was helping recruit Derek Carr. So I feel like that's kind of a sign that he's
yeah,
gonna be
but
sticking around.
Derek Carr only for the playoffs for 2 years. One year. No, I wouldn't even think it's 680 people. He got nominated. Derek Carr, he just ain't the guy. He ain't Drew Brees. Don't get me wrong. He like to throw, but they ain't gonna win your games. You got to be balanced,
Yeah,
and that's the
yeah,
key. And my question is, man, we got a left guard, center, and right tackle. Killing McGarry gonna be gone. I just don't think we're
yeah,
gonna resign. It is what it is, bro. It
yeah.
is what it is, and we need to
Sport
get some
seven
more
eighty
depth.
nine. Hold on, right quick, Bo. Sport 789 says
Okay.
I got a song request for you. Let It Snow by Big Low. Uh, thank you and God bless. Hey, I appreciate that, Bo. That's that da da da. That's a
That's a
Superman chat.
Superman check.
Let it snow outside. I got the 789. But yeah, man. Yeah, I feel like we definitely have to turn to the offensive line to verify exactly how we're going to resolve those issues. I feel like there's strong possibility there might be a rookie starting on this offensive line come this season. Whether it's Paris Johnson or whoever it is, there definitely might be some moves being made.
Yeah, man. But I ain't gonna hold you up, man. But like I said, man, I question is that second that Terry we gonna address that, man. But as in the draft, man, we can nail this. I think we get the defensive player. We ain't getting no offensive player. I hope not. But if we do, it is what it is. We just trying to get cheap and trying to save that cap space money for we signing AJ Terrell, man, boy. 'Cause I know in Kyle Pitts they want a contract. Kyle Pitts and AJ Terrell.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. It's one of those things, man, where I feel like after this free agency start the way that it started, I think it's one of those cases where they might be looking at that offensive line a little bit or that offense a little bit more come the draft so they could go ahead and make a good balanced team like we've been wanting, right? Because that's what we've been wanting this whole time. So let me ask you this: like, were you on the whole train of getting a Lamar Jackson?
Nah, we ain't getting Lamar Jackson.
No, I'm saying like were you one of the people? Because if I'm not mistaken, you wanted to stick with Ritter, right?
No, I ain't want Lamar Jackson.
Oh, you didn't want it.
I
Okay,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I
So
ain't want
like,
Lamar Jackson because my thing with Lamar Jackson, man, he couldn't stay healthy for us. You know what I'm saying? Even though he had at least a 4 year run with the Buffalo Ravens, but you got to stay healthy, and he don't know how to read the game. I respect what Matt Smith was saying. You got to read the game. You got to know how to create plays and stop running the ball so damn much. You trying to do too much. You know what I'm saying? You got to throw
exactly,
the ball to your receiver when you need the ball and shit like that. Make the team better.
exactly.
But yeah,
Well,
though, I'm
shoot,
gonna let you
man.
get somebody back on the link, man. One love. I'm gonna
All
see you
right, man.
soon, man. All
All
right,
right,
man. I
man.
ain't
We're
gonna
gonna
hold you
link
up.
up now. Next
It
time I'm down
will.
there, though, we're gonna try to link up, though.
And I'm gonna come out there in the eighth for the playoff games, to the for
Okay,
the regular season games. So I'll be out there.
okay. Oh,
All right,
you already know it, man. Y'all take it easy now.
all right. See, folks.
See, Pope.
All right.
Shouts out to my bro Will Amy, man. Shouts out to him. So I did want to ask the chat another question. Basically, what do y'all think? What do y'all think the Falcons should go at in the draft now? Moving forward, since we went ahead and made these moves, we've kind of shored up the deep. Well, I'm not gonna say shored up the defense. There's a lot more work to be done at middle linebacker, at cornerback, but we feel a lot better about the defense now. What do you feel like the Falcons need to do in the draft? So, if you feel like they should go after Christian Gonzalez, if you feel like they need to, make moves in another direction, if you feel like they need to go ahead and go after a Paris Johnson, if you feel like we need to go ahead and bring Smitty in the house, what's going on, Bo?
What's up, bro?
Hey, man, we trying to make it, Bo. Trying to make it. What's going on with you?
No doubt. That much, man. Been busy all day, man. That's about it.
Man, how many videos you dropped today, Smitty?
I stay busy, bro.
Man, I understand that, Bo. I understand that. What you thinking about? What you think about these moves that got made? Can you hear me, Smitty? Hey, Smitty, can you hear
Keep
me?
going in and out.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna bring you out
Yeah, I
and
can
bring
hear
you
you.
back in. Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tell me what you think about these moves that we made, Bo.
Shit, man, I love all of them. 2 on my call.
Which ones you called?
I called David Onyemata and Jessie Bates. They both just made sense because, as I've been saying, and you've been on the show, man, Falcons need help on the back end. They need help on the defensive line. And I really wish we could get Draymond Jones, but that seemed like it's out after the Bates signing because, man, that contract crazy up front.
Man, I seen that. I was wondering how much of it was going like as far as like signing the bonus. I ain't had a chance to look at over the cap. I seen earlier today whenever they added Onyemata and John Smith, it knocked it down to like 45 million. But I ain't had a
Right.
chance to see what it's looking like now. To see what kind of money that we working with. Yeah, it's still at 45 million. They ain't added Bates on. They hadn't added Bates on here yet. Because if Terry can make some moves with that cap, and so we could have like a couple more big signings, that would be perfect.
Yeah, and after today's signing, man, we can go plenty of ways in the draft, man. And to be honest, I'm starting a little more and more at cornerback or offensive line because I think they can still get some more veteran signed that won't break the bank, that'll fill some more roster spots. They still got to go receiver. So we'll see, man. So we'll see, man, because I just can't wait to see what the draft gonna bring because y'all got to remember June 1st still they're gonna still be some more cuts and they're gonna be a lot of casualties after count too. So it's a long way to go before week 1 start.
Let me ask you this right here. Do you think Casey Hayward is going to be on this team when preseason starts?
I think he'll be on preseason, but it depends on how his shoulder how he gets his shoulder back into shape after the preseason over. Because that's $5 million that we could save, and really that's not breaking the. So I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed or left. So
I mean, because I know that's going to save like $5 million, but
right.
the question is, do you got like the healthy? I mean, do you got healthy options behind them? That's the main question.
The only one that you got Darren Hall and D Alford, so yeah, you got healthy. Yeah.
Well, Amy, he said he thinks not. He thinks we're gonna go younger in the secondary.
I can see
I
that.
feel like we're gonna go younger. I was asking Jack Spade earlier today because we were talking about it, and I was like, "Hey, man, because Isaiah Oliver, I forget that he's a free agent as well.
Right.
So I figured they would have brought him back, but shoot, it's like all these moves that they're making. Most of the time, when teams bring the guys that go in free agency back, they take care of those guys first. Sounds like
Right.
Isaiah Oliver might be going on somewhere else.
I think he ended up in Dallas.
Really?
He Dan Quinn guy. Yeah, Dan Quinn handpicked him. And they need help at cornerback, so I can definitely see Dallas.
I can see that. But yeah, I feel like, whenever we did our mock draft before, it's like we never really looked at, the offensive line as far as options that we could go because, we were always trying to get somebody for the defensive line or Christian Gonzalez or cornerback. But man, I'm starting to open up to the idea of Paris Johnson in this draft now. I really am.
I could definitely see that. I could also see Peter Skoronski. And the reason why I say that is he can play guard or he can play tackle. People say his arms are too short to play tackle. So what does that mean? He swings inside. And they could double dip in this draft in that offensive line. Would it be a surprise if they went 1 and 2 at the offensive line? You get Skoronski at number 8 and then go back and get the right kid from Tennessee in the second round. I mean, you would be building on the strength that you need. Like I said, edge rusher and cornerback is kind of deep in this draft. So they could double dip.
Man, I got old. Man, you got me twisted over you. I got what you need right here, baby. So what you wanna do?
Hold on, man. What's going on, man?
Man, you ignorant.
What's going on, man? Allow me to reintroduce myself.
My name
up,
is Holmes.
What's going on, Mo?
In the building. What's going on, man?
What's good with you, man?
Twist
How you
it,
feeling,
twist
Mo?
it.
Whew. Hey, when I say GM Terry Fontenot did what he needed to do, Jessie Bates, great signing.
Yeah.
$23 million the first year. I don't know, but hey, when you're not a playoff team, you gotta pay more to get them in. I'm not tripping about that. Do what you need to do, Terry Fontenot.
He did the right thing though.
Tackle?
He did the right thing though with Jessie Bates because after them 2 years, you only owe about $5 or $6 million. So I understand why he did it. If it ain't working, hey, you can throw the rest of it away, and on top of that, it'll be time for Kyle Pitts to get a deal. So got to open the space up early. So I'm not mad at all.
And we still got to sign AJ Terrell. So that's coming
that's
up
next year. So that's next year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because Chris Lindstrom, he was taking a year before AJ, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Okay. I mean, look. I mean, it's one of those things, man. Whenever we first got Terry Fontenot, I ain't trust him. I called him 00504 for months. I ain't trust him. Nah, I gotta call Terry a baby. Like, the man doing his thing. Why not front load the contract? If it's one of those situations where you got the money now, you don't know if you're gonna have it later, just go ahead and give him the money now.
Right.
Nah, it's a win-win. That was a perfect pickup for us, honestly.
Because if I'm not mistaken, is it next year? I think that's the last year of Grady Jarrett's contract. Mm-hmm. So they doing the right thing, man. You got to prepare for the future. And as I've already said, they definitely gonna get a defensive tackle in this draft because they got to have a replacement for Grady when his time is up.
So, what you think the D tackle first, second round?
It depends, man. If they trade back, I could definitely see Kalijah Kancey at Pittsburgh defensive tackle. Second round, I can see the kid from Baylor. So there's a lot of ways they can go.
Did y'all talk about the trade already?
Nah, we ain't talking about the trade. What you think about it, Tor?
Listen, they said he wanted to come here. He wanted to come back in Arthur Smith's scheme. He had 8 touchdowns in 2020 with Arthur Smith. Y'all remember how he did the Ravens in that playoff game? He put him on skates. This guy is a speedster. He catching screens, and quite frankly, the tight end screens didn't work last year. So you add this guy with Kyle Pitts. Oh my God, that's so much speed. The vertical threats, the seam routes.
Seams.
Oh my God, this is perfect.
And that's crazy because that's something we couldn't do with Hayden Hurst, but we get another athletic tight end at a cheaper price because I'm sure they're gonna cut that $11 million down in half. I'm sure. So
and they restructured it.
That's what I'm saying. Right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're gonna cut it down at least 5 or 6. So that's $5 million they saving on the backside. But man, this offense is coming in the fold. I
still want another running back.
Another running back.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Speedster.
Like I said, man, my boy Rashawn Johnson will be a nice day 3 pick.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, Bo. It's like if somebody mentioned it a little bit earlier, it's like, is this Jonnu Smith pick? Is this? I think Tony Wright no, was it Tony Wright? I think so. Said that Kyle Pitts was 70% lined up on the outside his rookie year. I mean, do we need to just call this young man a wide receiver?
I could
Kyle,
see it.
you talking about Kyle Pitts, right?
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, 6'5", 4.4 speed. Who can check him? Nobody.
Not
And
consistent.
you add Jonnu Smith to the fold, and then you got another tight end and what's his name
Pruitt.
on the one who did
like Pruitt.
No,
Yeah,
I think he's
Michael
gone. I'm thinking
Fitzpatrick.
about Fitzpatrick, right?
Fitzpatrick.
So so you add him, you still got a 2 tight end set with Kyle Pitts on the outside. So you might, not even have to sign a number 2 receiver. You may already have one.
Honestly, I just need a deep threat to help Kyle Pitts and Drake London. I'm trying to see, are they going to sign Hardeman? You overpaid for Bates. Hardeman, he needs a bigger role. I don't know if he's going to want to go back to the Chiefs. There's a lot of weapons. Tony's a first-round draft pick of last year. They're going to expect to put him into the offense. Hardeman, what you want to do? This is a good offense for you, honestly. If we're gonna be honest, you like the little sweeps. They try to do that BS with Zacchaeus. He's a lot faster than Zacchaeus to get on the edge, might I add. So hey,
too.
Yeah.
That's a good wrinkle, and he has rushing touchdowns with the Chiefs. So
look, y'all forgetting about Damiere Byrd though. Like, you want the speed threat, you got Damiere Byrd.
They wouldn't use him like that, Big Low.
They weren't using him.
We used to complain about that too. Why is he 25? He was averaging 25 yards a catch.
This dude called Slanton went 46 yards. So
good at the defense, like a fish. Good.
Yeah, I agree. Tony Wright, Cordell Patterson could be a number 3 receiver here because I don't think he's playing running back this year. They could still go free agency through running back. David Montgomery is available, depending on how much he's gonna through free agency. I can still see him here. So, man, I think the 49ers got a stealer to draft with Hargrave. They just made that defensive line a lot stronger.
Man, they paid him a lot of money, though, boy.
$80 million for a 30-year-old?
That's a lot of money, Smitty.
And he got 3 to 4 years as a D tackle, DN.
Yeah, I mean, 20 years. Deron Payne set the market, so ain't nothing they could do. They had to pay it. He said it. I mean,
man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. ATL, he said, man, Damiere Byrd could be our cheater. We just ain't using him. We just ain't using him, man.
Yeah, but again, you gotta wonder, is Arthur Smith gonna be able to call the plays to get all of them to football
consistently? Oh my God,
consistently.
That's the question. It's like, I was talking to Coach Padre a little bit earlier, and we was like, because I was like, well, I mean, Arthur Smith, he's the guru. He was like, well, think about it, Coach. When has Arthur Smith ever called himself a guru? I was like, look, you're right. I can't put that man in a bad situation. He don't call himself a guru.
He don't call himself a guru. He just delivered them packages on time. That's it.
Yep.
The FedEx packages.
Yannick, I think Yannick, man, I'm telling y'all, if we can get Yannick, we wouldn't even have to draft no defensive end in the draft. Point blank.
Man, he been so consistent. It's crazy how many teams he been on, being as consistent as he is. He's almost like Will Smith at the end of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, asking why don't nobody want him.
What, bruh? 9.5 sacks this year, 10 sacks last year, 8 sacks.
He's averaged 8 every year. Every year he's had at least 8 sacks. Right.
He know how to get after that QB. If you add him with AK and Lorenzo Carter.
And see, that's what people got to realize, man. We just drafted 2 defensive ends last year. So AK, why not just draft, sign 2 veterans to go along with them, see what you got, and then, put into that defensive line some more, into the defensive tackle spot, the 3-4 defensive end spot, because Taquan Graham, we don't know how he's going to come back, how he's going to pick things up. He's out hurt. Then we're losing Abdullah, Timmy Horn. He's a rookie, so he's in his second year. Jared Johnson, who played well. So I mean, there's a lot of holes in that defensive line, man. So instead of going edge rusher, get another veteran, and then go through the draft and get those young, defensive linemen, or to eat up some space. That's because that's the only way you're gonna collapse the pocket, man.
I mean, it's like I was talking about this whenever I was on here earlier. I was saying that it's one of those cases where it's like if we're going to change the culture of this defense, like let's legit change it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like let's go ahead and get a 10 sack guy to come in here. Let's go ahead and get Yannick Ngakoue. We'll worry about everything else later. That's what the Saints doing. They got Derek Carr. They ain't have the money. They're worrying about it later. Like if we're gonna fix it, let's go ahead and fix it.
Keep pushing it down the road.
Yeah,
Man, they
kicking the can down the road.
Man, they kicking that can all the way down the road like a field goal, boy.
Oh my God.
They're 60-yarder.
Man, Tony Wright, he says we signed Yannick Ngakoue, and I guarantee you Grady will get at least 11 sacks, at least.
Shit, we need to worry about getting over 40 sacks as a team.
As a team,
unit.
Right.
We haven't went over 30 in how many years?
About 5.
I don't want to think about it.
I
I don't think about it. Yeah, besides 2017, you think about it. Besides 2017, when was the last time we got over 40 sacks then?
The year before in 2016, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with Vic and them.
Mm-hmm.
But before then, it was John Abraham and them, right?
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah, that's not consistent enough for me.
No.
Smokey Sinatra says wide receiver from Princeton in the 3rd round.
4.29 speed, 6'4", 6'3". I can see that. He's an Allen Lazard type receiver.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll ball.
4.29.
Yes, sir.
And they put him in. He played a slot a lot too because I haven't watched him yet.
He lined up inside and outside.
Yeah, he was all over.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need.
But the thing is, he just went to Princeton. I think that's the biggest drawback. He went to Princeton.
Yeah, so he's still a little rocker. You know how they do it, run the football.
Heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he did have a lot of catches.
I don't know. Now, everybody talk about Davenport. Do y'all think we should go after Davenport?
No, because at the end of the day, I think you're going to pay about the same between him and Ngakoue. So why not go Yannick instead? It's going to be around the same wheelhouse.
And no injury history.
Right.
Yeah, they said that boy can't stay healthy, Bo.
Maybe a change. Maybe a change of scenery help him out.
It might.
And he does know the scheme. He knows he's a scheme fit, but I don't know how he would be as a rotational player with the Falcons. Because, like Smitty said, we do got these rookies and they need to play. Hell, if we be honest, AK he can be a superstar in a couple years.
AK looks a lot like Von Miller to me whenever I watch him play. He looks a lot.
Yeah, I can see that.
Edge.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting, man. So. I mean, moving forward, y'all got any guys that y'all think we need to pick up, with free agency? Because free agency, it still ain't even started yet. That's the crazy thing. This is just a tampering period.
No, I had to do a little bit more research because I wanted Bradbury, but after signing Bates, I think you should just go after another young corner instead of spending money on a veteran.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're going, the way our coverage is going to be, AJ Terrell's going to have that one side most of the time. So Jessie Bates essentially going to be rovering that coverage to the second corner. Get that young corner in there, man. If you get another one like AJ Terrell from Oregon, might I add?
Gonzalez. Yeah, Christian Gonzalez. If you get Christian Gonzalez, you already going to set yourself up for the future because you got all-pro safety on the backside. You got an all-pro cornerback lined up next to Christian Gonzalez. Then you got an all-pro defensive tackle in front of him and a solid defensive tackle on the side of him. So, I mean, hey, you set up and then at linebacker, Rashad Evans might come back. So, I mean, you set.
And Troy Anderson, like he could
Troy Anderson, right.
He gonna be that deal.
Yeah.
Hey, how y'all feel about Edmonds signing that big deal though to the Bears?
Man, boy,
I knew it was coming.
4 years. What
76?
76.
Yeah, I think it was about $17 million a year. No, yeah, about $18 million a year. So
That boy pizza ate. He said, bring the brink truck in.
I wasn't surprised. I know they were going to have to pay somebody 114 million.
Golly, boy, that's ridiculous.
And they ain't done.
Nah,
far from it.
No.
They got more money than we do.
I'm anxious to see these day 3 and 4 free agency to see the missing veterans, where they gonna go. Patrick Peterson went to the Steelers.
I seen that.
Dean went back to the Bucks. So is Bradbury the top corner right now since them two is on?
I mean, CJ slot corner / safety still out there. So.
But hold on,
he's still out there.
Low, you said something earlier, or maybe one of the fans said, I can't remember, but about Gardner. If we go young for that second corner, you slick can get Gardner if you want to.
You can.
And that's a big upgrade over Oliver. I like Oliver. I do love Oliver, but that's a big upgrade.
That's a whole nother kind of monster, bro.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother kind of monster.
He bring that attitude your defense need too.
And that's what we've been missing.
I think Jeffrey Simmons gonna be in that $20 million range too.
You think he'll get in the $20 million range?
Yeah, easily.
That boy cold.
Easily.
Good
if you
range.
get him, if Grady Jarrett would line up against somebody like that, we would probably have 40, 50 sacks last year. That dude is a monster. And when he got drafted, he had a knee injury and people were passing on him. I said, man, what the hell are these people doing? I saw this kid at Mississippi State, man. He was playing like Warren Sapp at Mississippi State.
That's a grown man.
He was a bad man, bro. Bad man.
SEC pedigree.
Yeah, so I mean, we gonna see, man. I honestly feel like, and did anybody find out? Because for some reason I thought Khalil Mack, they were gonna put him on free,
They restructured his contract.
Oh, they did end up restructuring it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm good with Yannick Ngakoue.
I'm gonna tell you too.
That's what I want.
I'm tell you, I still think Derrick Henry is still in the cards for Atlanta. Just watch that in the next 2 days.
Man,
that was my next question. I was gonna ask y'all that. What do you think? What do you think we should give up if we was to go after Derrick Henry? What draft capital you think we should give up?
I would say probably the 3rd this year and the 4th next year. Something like what we got for Julio.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how much you making a year? Like 20 mil?
No, 10.
You making 10? That's it?
Yeah, he only got 5 years, 50 million. Let me look it up right quick.
Well, he on the is this his last year or is it second to last year of that deal?
I think this is last year.
Yeah, he trying to
close
get
to it because he only got like a 5-year, $50 million contract.
Yeah, he got robbed when he first signed that deal, Low.
Man, I thought he got broke off.
Nah, they caught him slipping.
Yeah, messed around, gave him that Ronald Acuna. God.
Yep, 10 and a half. This the last year, 10 and a half.
That's
and
it.
2 is a restructure. So he gonna get that money regardless. But this is the last year, his deal, 10 and a half million.
I wouldn't say that, Willie. I wouldn't say that though, man, because
and they only got 10 million dead cap space, so they're really not losing nothing.
Man, is that Ty Gurley 2.0? Steve, well, the thing is that Ty Gurley and Steven Jackson, they were on the other side of the hill.
Exact. They was already getting hurt.
Yeah,
like Derrick Henry.
He ain't even 30. He a different type monster, man. He a different type. You can't even. Well, I can't say Ty Gurley because you can't start arthritis. Arthritis come with father time. That's just like father time. When you get arthritis, ain't nothing you can do.
Ain't nothing you can do about it, boy. It's just like gravity.
Just like Steven Jackson. He was a 6'2", 250 some pound linebacker playing running back. That dude looked like a linebacker out there on the field.
Sound like Derrick Henry.
But
I'm talking about
more agile.
I'm talking about. I mean, Steven Jackson was swole like a linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he was out there built like Patrick Willis playing running back.
Man.
And Steven Jackson was playing in a different era. These boys ain't tackling Derrick Henry like they was tackling Steven Jackson back then.
No.
Them boys bouncing off. Get off me. Get off me. Nah, it's a game. It's a video game with Derrick Henry out there.
Yeah, that's
Man, you
that's a
still
whole
falling
nother
before
kind
like
of
a second grade taking your lunch money.
And I would think if we gonna be honest, we got a better line than the Tennessee Titans do in the rushing
no
game
doubt
now
about it.
anyway. So
No doubt. And especially we get that left guard solidified. Oh man, come on.
Brian Little shouting you out there to it.
appreciate you, man. I'm doing good, man. Shouts out to you. Appreciate you, man.
Tay Rush says, would I move Pitts or what? Nah, I wouldn't move Pitts wide receiver.
Nah, because he got too much advantage on the linebackers and safeties.
Linebacker safety, yep.
Yeah,
And
so that's
whenever it's time to re-sign, I want to pay him like a tight end.
more money. Yeah. Right.
Man, listen. Hey, Kelsey coming up soon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That man, he gonna be paid.
We get broke off.
But think about it. Kyle Pitts still got 2 more years before he paid though. So I think somebody else to get paid after Kelsey. And then
who else is
a little
left,
bit
though?
lower.
Like that's
Waller just got paid. Waller just got paid last year.
yeah.
George
Water
Kittle.
got paid. George Kittle, I thought he signed the deal like last year, didn't he?
I think it was year before last.
Huh. I think that was like a 5-year deal.
Hey, Torch, JJ the Great said you looking like Southern Silk manager.
Is he talking about me or GM Terry? Which one?
He talking about you. Them shades on.
Listen, man. Hey, when you look good, you play good. That's what they used to tell me back in the day.
That's it. You play good, you get paid good. That's it. JJ, appreciate that. That's that dun da da. That's a Superman chat.
And you know what, Lo, what I thought about when you asked me about Jessie Bates earlier.
What's that?
I think, and I hate to say this, but I think this is a make or break season for Grady Jarrett because that contract is going to allow him to become cap casualty next year. And if he's not, if they're not where they want to be, he's going to want to be one of those trade bait type players. He'll be 30 years old next year. And with $36 million going to one person, somebody's going to have to take the fall. And then you got to pay AJ Terrell next year. So that's tough.
Man, boy, I don't ever want to think about Grady Jarrett not being in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to think. That's going to be a sad day before that happens.
But hey, look.
Either that or he take a pay cut,
he
one or
asked
the
for,
other.
though. He finna have the help that he asked for. We finna put all this money towards defense. So if he don't get over 7 to 8 sacks this year, it's on him.
That's on
Right.
him. That's on
Or
him.
they could get him to restructure his contract if he not, putting up the number that he need to. So
I
it's
think
gonna
he'll
be either or.
restructure. I think he's gonna restructure. Dre said that Lamar either goes back to Baltimore or ends up in Washington. So
that'll be good for that offense. But
I think
Washington.
he should go to Washington because I think Baltimore already done bust that team up. So
you think so? I'll be
yeah,
right back,
man.
fellas. Hold on one second.
Yeah. But I think they done bust that up, man, because you got the new offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy, which I don't know how he's gonna work on in Washington because I don't care what nobody say. He should have stayed in Kansas City waiting on Andy Reid to hang it up. That's your team. But it is what it is. But I don't think he fits well in Baltimore after this year because he still has his offensive weapon, but they lost a couple of offensive linemen. The interior, their defensive line gone. They barely going to sign Marcus Peters. So, it's just like they rebuilding on the low. Let's be real about it.
And Washington got a good running game already.
Right.
Robinson is eating that clock up. You saw how he did us, man. Man had over 100 yards. We
You
couldn't
got to think about Antonio Gibson, too.
Yeah. Oh,
So
Gibson.
You got Terry
McLaurin.
I think they're going to cut Logan Thomas.
The big tight end.
Right. Who else they got at wide receiver?
Do they got Samuel?
Right. Samuel. That's who it is.
Feaster.
Right. So they got weapons, man. And they signed, I think, 2 offensive linemen today. So they building it for a quarterback and all that. Just like with Desmond Ritter, they talking about Sam Howard, the number 1 quarterback going in the next year. I'm not gonna believe that.
Yeah, I forgot they got Johan Dotson too, don't they?
Right. Johan Dotson, right.
Boy from Penn State.
So they got weapons, right? They got weapons.
Man, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be.
And the division is still weak. I mean, Philly is good, but they can be had.
Philly ain't gonna be nothing like they were this year. They gonna take a big step back. If Dallas get one receiver and a cornerback, like I mentioned earlier, Dallas becomes to the top of that division. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Coach Ronan, she said I'm getting out ahead of my skis whenever I say that the Falcons are going to have this division next year, but I just don't see nobody who's going to compete with us.
Who? The Panthers don't have nothing on offense anymore. The Bucks, they don't have Levante David. They don't have. I mean, who's their QB?
Panthers don't have nothing. I think they got I don't know if Deontay Foreman gonna come back. But they got Chuba Hubbard, Ian Thomas at tight end. They still need a wide receiver. They got Terrence Marshall, Laviska Shenault. So they got some weapons, but I still don't think they have a number 1 receiver or a number 1 running back. So look for that to be their target in this draft.
Hey Smitty, so how many catches did the Panthers offense have on the Falcons in that second game? You think?
Probably about 6 or 7.
And that's with DJ Moore. So I'm just putting this together. Do you remember who the quarters was starting in that game for us?
Armstrong and Darren Hall, I think.
Exactly. They got a bunch of fucking nobodies as the Panthers wide receiver core. They need help. So only team I can see is the Saints. And the Saints, quite frankly, let's look back at it again. They're losing a lot of people on defense.
I don't consider the Saints a threat because of the head coach. I look at what he did, and when he was in Oakland, he didn't do nothing but stand on the sideline, holding the clipboard, trying to order a pizza from Domino's. So he ain't do nothing. So that ain't gonna never be a problem. No.
I want pepperoni.
I think he ordered the meat lovers, but they gave him the wrong one.
Hey, yo, y'all watch.
Man, don't nobody know Hawaiian pizza. What y'all talking about?
Hawaiian barbecue with the ham and the pineapples on it. With the barbecue sauce.
You probably do like the pineapple pizza too.
I mean, look, it's one of those things. It's like when the last time Derek Carr and Dennis Allen were together, it was terrible. So it's like, I don't know why they're thinking they're going to get together again and it's just going to be something magical. It's like,
we don't know what's going to happen with Alvin Kamara. We don't know what's going to happen with Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas can't even hit slants no more because his ankle messed up.
Every time.
Alvin Kamara, he might be doing 5 to 10, so we don't know.
Respectfully.
I'm just sitting up in the bean.
They best weapon is Hill. Taysom Hill is their best weapon on offense. Right
Man,
now. Yeah. Taysom Hill.
I'm my bad, Saints fan. Chris Olave, the receiver number 12.
Olave.
My bad. That hurt. I know that hurt y'all fans for me to say that. My bad, man. Y'all got Chris. He's a playmaker.
T Baby said though, do we really believe in Ritter? To be honest though,
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
My name Bennett, I ain't in it.
Hey, Mo, I've been telling you, we got that same look in our eyes whenever you see a bunch of dudes sitting around playing craps. you got that last $20 in your pocket. That's the same look we got in our eyes with Desmond Ritter.
I'm gonna be real, and one of my followers said this, and I'm starting to think about it more and more. I would look at Tyler Heineke to come in and battle him for that spot. And I know he's no superstar quarterback, but I still think he's a better game manager, even though I don't know what Desmond Ritter can do other than those 4 games. But I like Taylor Heineke to come in and battle him for that job.
Is Taylor Heineke from the A?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't know that.
They brought it up when they came back, and Arthur Smith had blew that game in Washington 2 years ago, and he came back. He said he came home to get his win at the stadium, had all his family there. Yeah, so that can be a good push for Desmond Ritter. I just hope
he need it. I think he need it. Because every quarterback needs a push.
I mean, it's like I talk about this all the time. Matt Ryan, when did he have a push? Like Matt Ryan never had a guy behind him. You'd be like, oh man, if Matt slip up, Dominique Davis is coming in. Like that never happened.
Last time he had a push when what's his name stiffed on his ass on the way to the end zone. That's the last time he had a push.
Cameron Jordan.
Right. That's the last time he had a push.
But like Matt Ryan, he never had a guy behind him, Ben Kurt. Like nobody looked at Ben Kurt and said, oh man, he's gonna come in, and if Matt Ryan keeps slipping up, like nah. So it's like, yeah, like we need to definitely create competition. Because if you don't, somebody gonna take your job.
Willie Doc brought up Joy Harrington. Boy, I don't never want to hear that name again.
Don't bring that joke up. 2007 was the worst year of my life. I remember like it was yesterday. Roddy White had a spectacular season with a bum at QB. We can't forget about that year. 3-13.
That's when I knew Roddy White was that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh yeah. He's legit. He's legit.
He did a flip in the end zone after scoring that touchdown Monday night, and then threw up the Vic. He pulled his shirt up with the
shirt
Vic.
up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's when I knew.
But you got a good memory, man. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, man. Listen. The memories pop up, man. They come out of nowhere.
I think we were still wearing our all black uniform there.
Yeah, them uniforms are. I still woke up and watched every game, knowing we was for to lose. I remember them days, boy.
We were looking good.
Dre, true statement, man. You know I'm here already, man. They already know. They already know.
They did a great say. Y'all remember Sean Renfrey?
Oh my God. He came out. Any quarterback come out of Duke and think they're gonna be an NFL quarterback, man. They fooling themselves.
They used to gas him on Atlanta Falcons, though.
Oh yeah,
they used to gas his ass.
They used to push him hard. Like, look, Sean Renfrey. He's the, if Matt ever goes down, we got Sean Renfrey. Like
Chris Redman, that's another one. I remember when he played at Louisville, he was garbage.
Mm-hmm. He had to play a couple games in 2009 when and
y'all want to hear something even crazier? Guess who the quarterback was before him at Louisville?
Who?
Dave Ragone.
So no.
Ain't that something?
Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Dominique Davis. Hey, they bringing out the names today.
Dominique Davis.
Yeah, Shockley was decent till he tore ACL.
Yeah.
I used to play with Shockley on NCAA.
Oh yeah.
Kid when he was at UGA.
Oh yeah, that was a move right there.
Shockley was making plays back in the day.
You couldn't fuck with that USC team though, boy. Them boy.
Nah.
Yeah,
they were just like the 49ers on Tecmo.
Shoot. I tell you
Jerry
one
Rice
thing,
can catch anything.
Man, it'd be 3 people on Jerry Rice.
He still catches.
He still gets that thing. You see the cutaway, you jumping up in the air.
Ooh, somebody said Rex Grossman. Come on, Ghost Peppers. Don't do us like that, bro.
Boy.
Jeff George.
Talk about somebody taking a team to the Super Bowl off kickoff returns.
Byron Leftwich, he couldn't even get the ball through his throwing motion.
Man. That was tough, boy. It was some hard time.
Boy, Byron Leftwich was just like carrying the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
and one.
Well, Amy said, "Why is Ragone still here?"
Because Arthur Smith need a clipboard holder.
You gotta have someone to blame.
Right. He just ordered a buffet for the team after the game over.
That's it. You already know. You already now. Me and Coach Rodney, we were talking about this earlier. It's gonna be rough, or it would be rough if we go through this whole off season. The quarterbacks we were thinking about trying to get don't fall through, and number one walks back into the building. How would a fan base handle that kind of situation?
If number one walked back in the field, and they should just have metal detectors at the door and let him go off just because he got a belt on. He should never be allowed. He should, how they lock Jamal Adams out the facility. He tried to pull on the door. Yeah, they should do Marcus Mariota like that too.
I don't even want to think about that joker no more.
But I'm telling you, if they don't want one of the top quarterbacks in this draft, just look at Hendon Hooker in the second round. I guarantee you. I keep seeing people saying Stetson Bennett, but I don't think Stetson Bennett, man. I think his body gonna hold up. You're a small dude.
I mean, somebody put in here. Jay said he bigger than Bryce Young.
He might be bigger than Bryce, but does he have a better QB mindset than Bryce? That I don't know. He's already old as Joe Burrow. You got to put that into perspective.
Yeah,
that means he's mature.
Man, to hell with that. y'all remember Chris Wanke? Y'all remember Chris Wanke when he first got to the NFL?
He was 35 by the time he got here.
This dude had arthritis in his shoulder and his knee by the time he got to the NFL.
Man, I don't know, man. Monty Cushioning, he has like said, Big Low, do you believe they'll play Richie in the box?
I can see
they
that.
got Jesse Bates. I think they'll play Richie in the box. Let Jesse Bates sit on top of the house and roam around. They play that cover 3.
Yeah, that single high. Yeah. And I can see Jesse Bates playing that single high because he can play zone pretty good.
Yeah. Now, once again, I go back to this though. If you go and get a CJ GJ,
yeah. That's your box safety right there.
You can run small nickel. You hear the big nickel, you can run small nickel with CJ GJ. You don't know whether or not he's playing safety or if he's playing cornerback. And that could throw a whole nother wrinkle into this defense. That's what the Saints did with him. So I mean,
it keeps the QB and the offensive coordinator guessing. That's for sure. If you get Gardner,
but to me, I think Gardner's biggest attribute is the way he plays the game. I mean that he got the skill set to fit this system, but I think when he brings that skill set and that mentality that he brings is more important than anything.
Mm-hmm.
When have we had somebody like that at safety since I say like a William Moore or somebody like that?
Willie Moore and Deku.
2012. Thomas Deku led interceptions. Willie Moore had 5 interceptions. Came down box safety. And let's be honest, Richie Grant ain't scared to tackle now. He'll put his nose down at the football. He'll get ran over. He'll get stiff on. We remember what the Steelers did to him. Najee, we saw you, but that's Najee. Everybody ain't doing it to Richie.
We were there. We see that one.
Going back to Thomas Deku. If y'all seen that picture he took while he was in college with his legs crossed, that told me all I need to know about him.
Y'all ain't gonna pick on that man the way he take a picture.
Man, who the hell do this?
Look, he wasn't never scared though. When was he scared?
No. After 2012, he started getting scared now. After with Willie Moore, he started getting nervous. Willie Moore was protecting him.
Oh yeah, Willie Moore went out with shoulder injuries. Thomas Deku was getting burnt like a John at the Blue Flame.
He didn't want no smoke coming down that line.
No.
Deku started tiptoeing around there after a while. And boy around that Towing in my Jordans.
Cam Newton used to come to his side every time on
Every
purpose.
time.
On
Every
purpose.
time.
I ain't going to Willie both sides. Let me come holler at you. What you about?
Yeah, I think Jalen
man.
Hawkins gonna be a rotational player. I think that's where he plays better anyway, because when he was getting those interceptions, he was coming off the bench.
Versus the Dolphins and versus the Jets. The game in London.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Jake Locker, boy, he
Jake
just
Locker.
He just said to hell with y'all.
He was a first round pick too, wasn't it?
Right. 10th pick.
10th pick to Tennessee. 10th
I would have got my money back later and went home super broke.
And
what?
And that's the thing. It's like that's one thing a lot of people ain't realizing. It's like, how many times have we seen a team draft a quarterback and turn around next year, draft another quarterback? That's what the Panthers getting ready to do. Whenever they drafted Cam Newton, they drafted Jimmy Clausen the year before in the first round. They knew it wasn't gonna work, and that's what they're doing, because they drafted Matt Corral last year, and now they finna draft another quarterback this year.
That's
sad. They ain't really give him a chance. So I mean,
exactly.
If I'm at Atlanta, I'm looking to going to get Matt Corral, because I think he's gonna get cut, and that's because he got injured. Man, nobody care about no Felipe Franks, man. Y'all tripping.
Get him out of here. Get Felipe out of here, man.
Tony Wright says Sam Darnold was just signed to a 1-year deal by the 49ers.
That's a perfect spot for him, because
that's a good spot.
Kyle Shanahan,
get him right.
Kyle Shanahan, I think that's the type of offense that fits his skill set.
Yeah.
Felipe Franks. So you mean we got Felipe Franks, or we got ballpark Franks? Y'all need to let me know.
Yeah, man. I knew he was trash when he dropped that pass. He was scared to get hit.
Yeah.
Bengals gonna say, yeah, he ain't got it.
Man, all I need to see with him at Florida, that was enough for me to see.
The whole time, all offseason, they was like, man, Felipe Franks, he's really gonna be a good tight end. I was like, okay, we'll see once the lights come on.
This dude
start popping.
He ran an out route and dropped a wide open pass.
Smitty, he wasn't doing it at training camp though. He was catching all the passes at training camp. That's what's so funny. I'm like,
ain't nobody checking you at camp, dude. You ain't checking that but the air
tackle.
and the temperature. So
there ain't no pass popping in camp.
Man,
Phil Franks, that's it. I don't call him Felipe. I call him Phil. Phil Franks.
My 8-year-old niece can throw a pass further than that. He can catch it. But when somebody else throw it, he can't catch it. Yeah, that project over, Dre.
Ty Dollar said, don't let Uncle Steve hear you say that.
Hey, man, Uncle Steve know what the deal is. You know I can't stand Franks.
Isaiah Crimes is crazy, bro.
He said, look, semi-sweet, like some semi-sweet, like some, what you call it, Ghirardelli chocolate chip bites.
Man, y'all been start talking about where that man take pictures, man. That's how you want to take a picture. That's how you want to take a picture.
Dog, that shit look about suspect at OJ in that crime in 1994.
Oh, man. Man, well, shoot. Let's go ahead and get ready to get on off here, fellas. Smitty, you still doing the live tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to be on at 12. We're going to do a quick recap, me and Alberto at noon. And then at 8 o'clock, we're going to have Terrence Matthews to come through, talk what he thinks about the Falcons' first day of free agency and the wide receivers he's looking at in the NFL draft. So we're going to have a ball with that one, man.
Okay, best believe that. You still, all the content creators still coming through? Or?
We'll see. Whoever comes through, they just come through, man. I'll let them jump on, ask a couple questions. For those who haven't met Terrence Matthews, he's a cool guy, man, down to earth. And man, he will answer any question. And one thing about Terrence, he did not bite his tongue. So
no,
if you come in there with that foolishness, you're gonna get a lesson you ain't never learned before.
He gonna talk to you.
Yeah,
without cursing too.
Right. He ain't got the curse to get his point across, and he can hurt your feelings, trust me.
He is completely transparent. He gonna tell you what it is. Man.
Every time I met Terrence, he was cool people, man.
Yeah, man, he real cool people. Did Terrence ever get another coaching job, or he
should be with Atlanta?
Yeah, yes, he
should.
I
don't know. I don't know. He was coaching his alma mater high school. So that's one question we'll ask tomorrow. What's going on with coaching? Because like I said it before, and Big Low know it. You got TJ Yates at the wide receiver coach in Atlanta. He a quarterback. You got Terrence Matthews, a former Atlanta Falcons legend who can coach the position. And you do crazy stuff like that, man. But you see, Chuck Smith got a new job. He's outside linebacker coach in Baltimore. Why is he not the outside linebacker coach here?
Years
right
ago.
next door.
Years ago. Man.
It's puzzling, bro.
Torch, you want to tell everybody where to find you at, Bo?
Yeah, man. Shouts out to Big Low. Shouts out to Smitty as always, man. You can find me at twistedtorchtv.com for your merch, for your articles. Follow me on Twisted Torch TV or YouTube, guys. I just dropped 2 videos today. Check those videos out. I will be on Smitty channel. I'm gonna check in with you tomorrow, Smitty, for sure. Appreciate you guys, man, as always.
Definitely. Man, y'all make sure y'all check out Twisted Torch, man. You talk about energy. If I could put that stuff in a bottle and I could sell it, boy, it'll be woo. Man.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, I can replace the alternator in my car with the kind of energy. I'm just saying.
Hey, y'all heard that time Kevin Gates was like, he started a car with just touching it. Y'all heard about that before? Come on, man. That's crazy, man.
Hey, y'all want to hear something crazy? This how old I am. I used to have a station wagon, a Sabre station wagon. The alternator went out. So I tapped that thing with a spoon and it crunked right up.
True story. The world? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on now. Hold on, Speedy.
Hold on. Man got superpowers, man. What?
You tapped it with a spoon, not a fork.
Yep.
Not a fork, but a spoon.
A spoon.
Right up.
Put it on the alternator and crank it right up. Then charge the alternator, a piece of metal, right?
What in the world?
Bro, God, my witness.
You should have sold that to a museum or something. That's crazy.
I'm dead serious, man. Crank it up with a spoon.
That's all.
That's why they call me Superhero Smitty, because I do wondrous
things. Oh man, y'all so fools, boy. Man, shouts out to all the Positive Falcons content creators out there. Smitty, tell everybody where to find you at, Bo.
Hey man, they know where to find me. If I ain't at the Blue Flame, man, I'm on YouTube. Smitty Sports Machine. What I do now, I download my shows on the Spotify. So if y'all ride in the car at the gym, at your girl house, check me out, because I'm always doing my thing one way or another, man. You can get in touch with your boy and listen to what I got to say, because me and Alberto, man, we take time out, we study, we talk all the time. So that's why I was sure to be on point. That's why we always thinking alike, man, because that's how we kick it, bro.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's something beautiful, bro.
Beautiful. My bad. Shout out to my boy Big Low, man, for always supporting me, man. He always on my shows. He always singing. Shout out to my boy Uncle Steve, and all the country creators come through Twisted Torch. I mean, there's so many out there, I can't name them all, but trust me. Let's get it, GA. He right there in the chat. Aaron Dale. I mean, it's just so many, man. They come through, talk to us.
Faithful.
Right. I mean, it's just so many, man.
One time for the fan.
Dylan Matthews.
Matthews.
I mean, man, it's just so many, man.
Did you say Roberto's show?
95 North.
95 North.
Alberto.
I mean, how the hell can I forget that? He had the wrestling match tonight. So if y'all see him on USA holding up a sign that says Smitty Sports Machine, a bus, y'all know it's him. So
oh man. It's a beautiful thing, bro.
Beautiful Tony thing. Wright here, another one, man. He always showing love. Tony, RGATL for life, man. I can go on and on.
Man, it's a giving game. Shouts out to giving game.
Dwayne Ruffin, man, he on Twitter. He came through, man, dropping the breaking news for me, man. And that's what I love about my followers, man. If I'm not able to get to Twitter or wherever, they drop it in my comments on my YouTube channel, and I pick it right up.
Definitely.
Damn
Fleet. Definitely. Tidy, ATL Bird Gang. One time for the fan. Rise Up Tour. Shouts out to the Rise Up Tour.
Yeah, Daniel Flick, man, shout out, man. He came through the other night, man. He rocked the house.
Out of your Falcon mind. Oh my
they going crazy too. I like their content.
Yeah, man.
That boy Michael Fool. Mike remind me of when I was young, man. I was just like Mike. I was off the chain, boy. Say anything come to mind, and hell, I'm still like
Mike.
that.
That's Mike, boy. Mike gonna say anything come to his mind. Shouts out to Scott Karasik at the Falcons Wire. Shouts out to all those folks, man.
Shout out to Falconholic, man. They Will McFadden, who coming on the show next Tuesday.
Oh, Will.
So I mean, hey,
it's a lot.
We building up draft season, off season, man. We're gonna bring out every piece of information we can find, even if we got to dig into the ground with a shovel and pick it up.
There you go, man. That's what it's about. You know, it's like we got this close-knit community of positive Atlanta Falcons content creators. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing because, you know, we share opinions. And, you know, if it's the situation where we disagree about the opinions, it's still all love because that's how that's how you share knowledge. You know, so
shout out to Jazzy Jeff. I forgot about my boy Jazzy Jeff drinking their beers and all.
Jazzy Jeff,
get back on YouTube, Jazzy. Come back to the game, man. You always on Twitter. Come back to YouTube, brother.
I'm gonna have to cut this up between Jeff.
I'm about to go to Chicago and find Jeff. Jeff just disappeared on the
nigga. He moved. I think he moved too, though.
He moved to Milwaukee. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think his job, he just be tied up all the time. But every time I see him on Twitter, he just be drinking all the time. Like,
he done got hold to that Wisconsin cheese. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man! Shouts out to Brian Peoples coming on the
South Carolina in the house.
That's it, man. Low Country boy. I see you in here, Bo.
Bodie. 3,000.
Bodie. What's good,
man? I see you in here. But yeah,
330.
330.
I met 330 at the game, man. He cool folks, man. Cool folks. You know,
Monte, what's goody?
If we didn't have to watch the game, I could have sit there and talk with him about 2-3 hours.
Hey man, when you gonna let me get into that sweet though? Because I want me one of them hamburgers.
Look, hold on, wait a minute now. You act like I have the sweet every week. I don't have it every week now.
Hey, bro.
You popped out that last week though. You popped out. You said, hey, the season over. Let me go out with a bang. I got him. Let me get let me show him I got this paper over here, man.
Hey, dog. He was sitting there. He was getting hamburgers, hot dog, pizza, everything. I'm looking at that thing just super hungry.
It's crazy. So, because the last two games, the first week we was at the bottom suite down there by the field, and the second time we was in the top suite. Right, we were right next to Arthur Blank suite. So yeah, it was pretty cool. It's like I was trying not to be weird. Every night I look over there.
Oh shit, you ain't like me because I would have walked over there. See, one thing about me,
security and everything in front of the door.
I don't care. My grandmama told me they can only say yes or they can say no. How you think I got all these interviews? DM, can you come do a quick interview on my show? They can only say yes or no. That's how I met Chuck Smith. That's how I met Terrence Mathis. That's how I met the offensive lineman Keenan Foreman, Jessie Tucker. Well, I met Jessie Tucker through Chuck, Bob Whitfield. All of them just cool people, man.
Oh geez.
So yeah. So
geez, man.
When you get a show loved by legends, man, it means a lot because these are guys you grew up watching on TV. So I mean, it's just a different type feeling, bro.
That's it, man. That's it. Let's get it with the super chat. He says, "I love to see my brothers doing their thing." Low, Smitty, and Torch. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, Bo.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's get it, Jay, man. Y'all, please go check him out on YouTube, man.
Man, I've been telling him, Smitty. I told him to hit you up. Did he ever hit you up? Because I told him, I said, look, because he been trying to get into the whole sports talk game. I said, hit up, Smitty.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you just like I told Alberto, I ain't never teach him that. I just told him, talk to me like we talking on the phone, just like you talking in the screen, like we FaceTime. He did that, and he been going ever since. It's been almost a year.
He almost at 600 now, right?
Right. So Alberto doing his thing, man. No training on that. It just came natural to him.
Jump on out there, man. That's what I told him. Tony Wright says, Well, you know, Lowe has connections with millionaire Julio Jones, who has multiple businesses. Okay, all right, Tony, right. I don't know where he gets this from, man. I don't know where he get this from.
Hey man, you gotta hook me up with one of them Julio Jones connections, man, because he finna retire and all. So
I gotta hook myself up with it, bro. I don't know what he's talking about.
you talking about y'all be out there smoking them Cuban cigars and everything.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Y'all living life, ain't it?
Man, but yeah, I don't know, man. But look, I appreciate everybody that came on to chop it up with us. Make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if this is your first time watching, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You know, Big Low Kuntry Sports. We get together, we chop it up like this all the time. Also, I'm dropping some new content. I'm still on the path to become the next starting quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. So make sure that you're
Hey man,
here
y'all
so
please go make sure y'all check out that 40-yard dash. That's a thing of beauty.
Hey, Big Low, why you lie to them people, man? You said you wasn't hurt. You go get the car, go get the truck from the police. Please go get that truck. I don't want to pretend no more. Hey, Low, you gotta stretch first, Low. You can't just go out there running, man. We ain't 20 no more, man.
Boy,
I thought I would, boy. I thought I would. I tried to jump on out there for it, boy.
As soon as I get that 20-yard line, so I'm gonna go poof.
That's what happened to me. That what happened to me. I felt it. I felt it. I said, I said, uh-oh. Let me see if I can finish. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Oh man, the hamstring gonna pop like some turkey bacon, and you gonna be through.
Oh man. Well, look, man. Look, I appreciate everybody for coming on and chopping it up with us. The Falcons, they're gonna continue to make some moves, so you know we're gonna have a good time with it, man. But in the meantime, y'all stay safe, be easy, and please don't do anything that I would do, man. What in the world, Bo?